Alright, hello chat. How's it going? Hopefully well. We're back. We're playing Armored Core. I think it's been almost like 2 weeks since I last played it. I have gotten a little sidetracked, a little distracted. But it's fine, because this, like, you know, even now, this is still game 6 of 16. This series has so long in it that, you know, if I miss a couple weeks, it's fine, because it was still going to take me months to get through the rest of it anyway. Regardless, description still says the first day. That is my lovely AI description writer tool. It always thinks it's the first day. I don't know why it says that all the time, but it does. It's good to know that I have officially beaten the late to stream allegations to the point where even when I show up like 2 minutes late because I had to run upstairs to grab the Amazon package that my new delivery of energy drinks came in because I had forgotten to put them in the fridge. No one noticed. Well, people probably noticed. No one said anything. No one told me I was late. So I think we're fine. Anyway, I have so many things that I could talk about today. Disclaimer, before it happens, it's going to happen. So before it happens, my voice hurts. I think I've been pushing it. It's fine, it happens from time to time where it starts to hurt like this for a couple days or so. So like 50-50 chance that I lose it for a couple days. But the real thing that's like before it happens, because it will, there are gonna be a couple moments where my voice breaks today. Most likely. It'll be like a voice crack on steroids. So be prepared. You know how people will voice crack for like a syllable? Because of my vocal hemorrhage that's still healing, when my voice gets like this, I'll have a voice crack for like a solid few words if it's strained. So get ready for that. Hold on, I need to pull up the secrete parts from IGN, and I mean secrete, by the way. Because in case I didn't mention it before, the IGN guide that I've been using for all the AC3 stuff, they typoed the title. It says secrete parts. You see that? Oh, that's pretty big. Secrete. So thank you, Mark, for the secrete parts. I appreciate it. It works. The guide is a little poorly written, but I can deal with it because it actually works. Secrete. Hold on. Where I left off, is there a way to know? Because it's been like 2 weeks. Oh no. Is there a way to know what upgrades I got on this thing? Hold on. I just have to look at this, I think, and give it a good think. I'm pulling up the last stream. Because the last one that I remember attempting was one that was such a pain in the ass that I don't want to do it again. Like, I don't want to do it again if I don't have to. So here is from November 26th was the last time we played Armored Core on stream. So yeah, I did the massive MT to get the improved cooling. The upgrades are shown in the mail. Oh, well, I'm doing this now. It's good to know. Did I get Okay, yeah. I got the enhanced turning. That was the last thing that I did on the last Armored Core stream. Which actually means we have 4 OP Intensify upgrades remaining. And then it's just like clear out the rest of the missions that I never played. And then it's endgame arena. That's the agenda. We got 4 OP Intensify upgrades, however many missions we didn't get that I just haven't cleared yet, and then all the endgame arena stuff. So, shouldn't be bad, actually. Oh my god, I have to fight Ace again. Or we'll come back to that. Okay. We need additional sensors. Don't know what exactly that means, but we need them. This is in 3rd layer. It was in, oh, sorry. It's in 3rd layer, District 1. There it is. Okay. Wait, what was it again? I didn't even read it. Eliminate intruders. For some reason it says eliminate intruders traffic vest on the guide. But it just says defeat the AC and clear the level. So I think it's eliminate intruders? I'll go with it.
Raven,
I'll trust it.
to carry out a classified mission in Sector 513.
Anyway, let me read names. Hello, Cyan, Ryden, Gustavo, John. Hello. Dream Master. I almost missed Dream Master. Happy birthday, Dream Master. I'm gonna be sipping a lot. Throat hurts. It started during stream yesterday, was when I first started feeling it. My voice has been fine so far.
The intruders are in Sector 513 as we
So
get over there as quickly as possible and make sure none of them
I don't know.
leave.
I think I might have pushed it with the amount of yelling that was happening during the GTA stream yesterday. The GTA streams are just so not what I had expected them to be. They're hilarious, they're a blast, but so not what I expected. Because, like, if you haven't been around for them, I spent a good amount of yesterday's GTA stream playing golf and tennis, and I also ran a triathlon. And you'd be surprised how hype such mundane events can become in Grand Theft Auto 5 when I'm sitting here screaming about them. The tennis matches in particular got much more intense than expected.
AC crossback identified.
So I think that this is just like one of those missions where I did this the first time through, but you know, the upgrades for OP Intensify don't apply retroactively. So here we are again. Whoa. Was there a rendering bug right there? Oh, oh. Has that been happening the whole time? Or did that just start? I only just noticed it. What is happening? Oh, it's gone now. Never mind. There was a really wild rendering bug on my boosters. The fuzzing filter? What do you mean the fuzzing filter? What do you mean by that? Is this the AC? Yep. My PCSX2 might... No, I shouldn't have changed any of the global settings. If I did it by accident, like by mistake. And even then, like, I normally manually do most of my per game settings anyway. I don't know. My emulator might be a little weird because of me messing with it for other games, but it shouldn't be, because I always use the per game stuff. I don't know. What was really nice well, okay. So I knew this like weeks ago. I said this out loud, I think on stream even. I said a couple weeks back, like, what's nice is that AC3 is the last Armored Core game that I'll have to actually like go get the copy from my buddy to dump to the PC again. And so this morning while I was out, I had to take my car to go get an oil change. I actually have a story for that, but while I was out, stopped by my buddy's place to grab the Silent Line disc because I thought, as of this morning, that I would need it just in case I finished 3 today. I get here, I start dumping it, and then it hits me that Silent Line was the first review series game that I did on this PC, so I already have it dumped. So that's great. I didn't spend too much time on it, at least. Piloting skills have improved significantly since the last time I watched your play. Congrats. They have? Like, on stream? I don't feel like my piloting skills have improved much on stream. But I'll take it. Thank you. I won't argue with it. Even though I may have just done that a little bit, I won't. I'll just accept it. Someone said a couple days ago, by the way, speaking of Silent Line, that Silent Line was apparently a painful completion. So I'm trying to just not think about that. What does various sensor functions mean? Is that gonna be like missile indicators and stuff? I don't know what that would be. To get permanent radar, I have to defeat Thunderhouse in the arena. I'm gonna assume that that is in the end game arena. Oh no, it's D1? I just have to fight this guy again. I mean, alright. This shouldn't be that bad. Permanent radar, here I come. I can take this guy out. Nice and quick like. Hello Lego, how's it going? Oh yeah, so I took my car to get an oil change this morning. And my father has been telling me so much. He's like, I know that you have your mechanic that you like to take your car to, but I'm telling you, this new guy that I've been going to is the best. You need to take your car to him. So he convinced me, after a long ass time of telling me that the next time I needed anything done for my car, I should go there, right? Because I have a German car, so I can't just take it to like the Shell gas station to get an oil change. I did that once, and it did not end well. And by that, I mean, they broke my car. They paid to fix it, but they broke it after just giving it an oil change, because I'm trying to remember what exactly they did, but there's like the little plug sort of thing that you put in your engine so that the oil doesn't leak or whatever, right? I don't work on cars, so this is what I understand of it. They took my plug out, and it's a very specific plug compared to what like your generic American engine would have, right? Because it's not an American car. They took my plug out, did the oil change, put an American, like a generic American plug in. It didn't fit. Oil leaked all into my car, all through my shit. Disaster. So like I actually need to take it to a mechanic, right? Like a genuine guy who does German cars. I can't just go to like a generic because I've had bad experiences with them. Anyway. Oh wait, I didn't even have a radar equipped. I thought I was gonna go and take mine off. I'm like, well, isn't this nice to have? So I go to my dad's guy. I set up an appointment with him, like I called him a few days ago, and I was set for like 8 a.m. this morning to drop my car off. Or I was gonna sit there, but to bring my car in, right? I get there at 8 a.m. this morning, the shop is closed. He doesn't even open the shop on Friday. And I'm just so, like, I haven't been able to call him. The shop is just closed. I looked on Google and, like, sure enough, on the Google thing, it's like, yep, this store isn't open on Friday. Then why did he schedule me for Friday? I had to go back and double check that I didn't get the day wrong. I'm so confused. I don't, so my car still needs an oil change. And at some point I'll be able to get in contact with the guy. Decreased energy consumption when boosting. Oh, not mission. I can earn easily. Let me drop a save before I bash my head against this wall. By defeating Ace in the arena. So, Ace rematch incoming. I don't know why I need to rematch him. I don't know why they would do this to me. I wonder if they... Do you think that they thought that, like, I would clear the campaign before I cleared the arena? Maybe that's, like, to their understanding, they thought you would do all the missions before getting through all of the arena fights, like becoming the 9-breaker. Which is definitely not how I approach it, but, you know. Maybe that's what they envisioned. Maybe that's why I have to defeat Ace for one of these upgrades. That, or it was just them being sadistic bastards, making me rematch Ace. Because now I'm gonna have to figure him out all again. Oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. You have a machine gun, and it really hurts. Like, really bad. Get away from me. Oh my god. Please. Please have mercy. Turn it off. Turn it off. Yep, I have to relearn the Ace fight. This was the map I did it on before, and I thought that this one was good for it. I liked doing the Ace fight here. Oh, my camera's in the wrong place. Are you kidding me? I moved the camera in OBS. I didn't even notice until just now. It's been like 20 minutes. And I didn't even notice that OBS reset my camera position. Hello, James. Ow. Where are you? Huh. God damn you. I got moonlit. We're going with moonlit. Ow. And the chain gun is out. And the chain gun is out. Oh my god. What build did I use for him before? There's no way I Kurosawa him. Did I? I don't feel like I did. Hold on, let me fix my camera. Oops, I said cancel. I didn't mean to. Beat Fluke Worm? A boss? Wait, what do you mean? Finally? I thought Fluke Worm was, like, one of the, like, the lowest tier bosses. I did use a machine gun? That sounds right to me. Like, I don't feel like I used the Sawa. Did I use the 500 round? There's a good chance that I would have used the 500 round. Because, like, I don't really... Oh, but if I brought 1,000, I could spam a little more freely, I guess. Let me go with 1,000. Just beat Dark Souls 2 for the first time. It actually is as horrible as people say. But, or sorry, sometimes. But other times, it's still pretty fun and different. I feel like that's a good take. Like, there are moments in Dark Souls 2 where you're like, oh, this is why people say the things they do about Dark Souls 2. I get it now. But I feel like those moments are like, maybe like 10% of the game. And then the other like 90%, it's just a good Souls game. Like, it's not an amazing one, but it's definitely not a bad one for like the majority of the runtime, is what I'm saying. Ow. Like the least of them, sure, but just not, you know, as bad as people make it out to be. Can you not? Oh my god, he does not put the machine gun away. He genuinely doesn't. I'm having a MIP mapping issue on this map. I don't know why. Oh wait, is it MIP? Oh, I think it might just be because of the widescreen. Never mind. I was like, why am I having a MIP mapping issue that I don't remember having? It's definitely just the widescreen bug because it's happening only on the edges. PS2 MIP mapping is such a pain in the ass, and I keep saying cancel by accident. I keep exiting the match. Maybe I try a different map against Ace. I like this map. Because, like, not only did I do it on there before, so I know that that map works, but there's a ton of cover on it. I could try to parking lot him. You know what? I beat him without the parking lot once, so I can do it this time. I've proven that I don't need the parking lot, so this time I'm just gonna get it done nice and easy by using the parking lot. At least nice and easy as far as like fighting Ace goes. Ow. Hold on. Oh, the machine gun on this map might be hellish. Ooh, he missed the moonlight. Oh. I can't seem to hold an AP advantage. I keep getting us to be about even, but then he'll just edge me out. What are you? Okay, he's using the sniper. It's still sweaty as shit fighting him in here. It's a little hot. It's real hot. Come on, I got him. We're good. Those 10% are almost Bed of Chaos. Okay. Okay, Bed of Chaos might be a little extreme. Did you play the original DS2 or Scholar? I don't remember. Because Scholar definitely makes it worse. I've only ever played Scholar. If the old version was still available on Steam, I would buy the old version because I'm curious. This is good. This is good. The enhanced booster performance. Good ol' I only use half as much energy while boosting around. One of the best rewards. One of the best. How's EA, EA, wow, I read two messages at once and they weren't even close to each other. How's Ace Combat 4, if you've gotten to it? I have no comment at this moment. I think the old version is available. I don't think, hold on. I don't think they sell it anymore. I'm opening Steam. Oops, yeah, Dark Souls 23. Oh. Can you still buy it? Oh! You can? Oh wait, that's the season pass. Oh? Wait. Huh? What? No, this is the craziest thing. This is the what? Chat. Are you seeing what I'm seeing? Are you noticing it? You can buy Dark Souls 2. You can buy it, but only if you buy the bundle with all the DLC. Otherwise, they don't sell it on its own. They only sell it in this bundle, in the $40 bundle. That's crazy of them. They delisted the actual original Dark Souls 2, but they left it available through the bundle. And the DLC is all separately available for some reason. Like, you can buy all of this. But then this takes you to Scholar, right? Yeah. Yeah, I think it's just because they want you to go and get Scholar. Scholar is cheaper at full price. Or is it? Oh no, this is the upgrade if you own Dark Souls 2. Never mind, they're the same price at full price. Okay, purely because of this? Purely because of this. Sorry, this is only to upgrade from the original DS2. Is the $30 tag. They are priced the same. They're both $40. The difference is that, like, Scholar will go on sale. This bundle will not, because the original game isn't even listed, so like this will never go on sale. That will always be a $40 bundle. Scholar will go on sale. I bought it on sale. I can tell you that Scholar goes on sale, because I bought it. And then the last OP Intensify upgrade is actually to defeat Exile. Okay, wait, the extra arena is like the gank arena, right? Yeah, Exile is one of the ones that pops up later on. Oh my god. We've got... Whew. That's a good, like, 22 fights right there. Filthy game build. I heard people say that ganks are not as plentiful as Scholar, but the few ganks that are super, super cringe. I know that's a big thing, but a really weird thing between the two is that they moved items around in Scholar. Anyway, I guess I'm doing a little more endgame arena than I thought, because I can do this, and then I can go clean up the missions, because this also gets me a blade range increase when I defeat Exile at the end of it. And then I'll clean up missions after this, and then I'll do EX arena, the gank arena. And we will be good. Anyway, an exceptional pilot, he's well versed in ground combat tactics, and it shows. He puts his AC's mobility to good use, always presenting a difficult target, and is more than happy to trade fire with his opponents while on the move. I kinda like what he's got going. I'm not gonna lie. He's got the 1,000-round machine gun. He has a flamethrower, I believe that is, in his left hand. Correct me if I'm wrong. The slug gun. Like, you know, I respect the slug gun. I think the slug gun looks great mounted on your back. But the slug gun is not great. Like, in actual use, the slug gun is not great. Oh. Okay, chat. Armored Core chat. I have questions for you guys, okay? I have many questions for you guys. In regard to... Okay, this is gonna require some context. Back in, like, March and April, I did a little series of YouTube shorts here on my channel. I know some people, especially the older ones among us, just tuned out immediately. They heard shorts and they didn't hear anything beyond that. But I did a little series of YouTube shorts back in like March of this year, I think. March, April-ish. Where I maxed out every weapon in the Resident Evil 4 remake. like upgrades, completely maxed all of them, and did like 60-second breakdowns of strengths, weaknesses, reasons to use, that sort of thing, and just talking about if the gun is good or not. When Armored Core 6 came out, if you were around the channel at the time, I'm gonna go pull one up, you might have seen a handful for that game as well. Because I did make some. One of them is actually the second most viewed short on my channel. I did the exact same thing for Armored Core 6, where I played around with weapons. Here, I'm gonna pull one up. I don't know, I can't hear the audio. Oh, I accidentally closed it. So you might have seen these, because I did a few of these. Where's the audio?
An Armored Core 6.
There it is.
The Ronsetsu AR is a burst assault rifle firing.
This one, actually, I remember.
Shoots out bursts of 3 that deals.
My voice is sped up a little bit. I think it's playing at like 115% or something. Because I tried to cram too much info into here, and it didn't work. So if you're wondering why it sounds kind of weird, that's why.
62 damage a shot and 64 impact per shot, and comes with 18 rounds in the magazine and 450 rounds in total. This thing is also the upgraded version of the Ronsetsu RF that you can start using at the beginning of the game.
In quotes. I did a few of these. I want to do these again, because I've been trying to be like, I need to do shorts again. I don't enjoy doing shorts as much as videos or streams, but I recognize that they're kind of necessary for a healthy channel, right? It's just, it kind of is nowadays. And honestly, I was kind of thinking about doing them for like old gen Armored Core as well. I think I'm gonna start it back up with 6, especially like even just the handful that I did in 6. Like those weapons got patched, they got buffed, nerfed, whatever. So I can even just like redo those because my old ones are outdated now. Some of the things that I say in them, like I think I say in that Ronsetsu AR one, like the burst fire AR, I think I say that the projectile speed is really slow and that that's a downside. But like nowadays, if you used it, the projectile speed is not as slow. They buffed it twice. They gave 2 separate buffs to the projectile speed of that weapon. They did it once, they said it's not enough, they did it again. So I want to go back and touch those up, but then I thought about doing them for the older gen games as well. Obviously 6 has the most people playing it, right? So 6, I might burn through those a little faster. I don't really have any great back weapons like that I'm in love with in this game. I need a good back weapon, is what I'm realizing. Anyway. I was wondering if anyone thought that was a good or a bad idea. That's all. That's what I was saying. I need thoughts. What is this? Is this a rocket? Small 50 round rocket? Wait, what's my weight looking like though? I forget that it's just right there. I've got like 1,200 of wiggle room. Use the slug gun the last guy had? Is it good in this game? Hold on, put it on my left shoulder. Oh, I can't. It's 1,300. You're shitting me. Hold on. Is the 1,000 rounder? Yep. I was gonna say heavier than the 500 rounder. Beautiful. Is it good in this game? I thought I had tried it in this game. Maybe I didn't. But I know that it's not generally very good. Like in most of the old gen games. I hope for AC7, they allow you to program the AI for your AC and just see how they fight on their own. Heard you can program them in 5. Don't know how in depth that is. Hold on, I'll come back to that. A raven with a green thumb, as well as a real love for nature. She donates most of her winnings to the Underground Botany Project in support of her favorite cause. Her AC design equips energy weapons to the exclusion of all others. It's in Verdict Day that you can do it like in the main games. Formula Front obviously did it first, but came back with Verdict Day. It was very in-depth there. It was very complicated. Being able to do it in like the formula front way, where it's like to watch your AC fight, I think is better than what Verdict Day had. Because with Verdict Day, you're not programming your own AC's AI and then just like watching it fight for you, which is what Formula Front was. In Verdict Day, it's, what's it? You get to build like an entirely separate, like second AC, aside from your main one, that runs the AI, and you can bring it along into missions as like a companion, which is really interesting. I think, honestly, I think I would like it if it was in a game. I would like it more. I thought it was okay. I would like it more if it was in a game that's not Verdict Day. Because the Gen 5 economy is super tight. It's a game that was definitely made to be played for hours and hours and hours. So when you just do like a single playthrough of the Gen 5 games, the economy is crazy. Like, parts are so expensive. Repairs and ammo costs are so expensive. And if you bring the second AC along with the AI running in it, you have to pay repairs and ammo costs for that guy as well. So bringing the second AC was pretty much like a guaranteed you're going to go negative on anything you do. There's just no way you profit while using that thing. So I would like it more in a game with a looser economy, because it would feel a lot more usable. But then I guess, like, if it was in, say, 6's economy, the only thing counter to that, I love that I'm just countering myself because I feel both ways about it, is in Armored Core 6, what would be the reason not to bring the second AC? Other than just, I don't want to make the game too easy. Like, what actual reason would there be to not bring it along? Because I feel like there never would be a reason to not just, like, I guess in theory, double your firepower, right? There would never be a reason not to bring it. If it never negatively, because even if we took AC6, right? Because say we throw it into like the expansion or whatever comes next. If we just took that design approach, we take that economy, let's just say we literally double the repair and ammo costs for every level, you're still probably not gonna go negative in that game. There's no way. I got comments on the AC6 video, the review, where people were telling me that they like had actually gone negative on repair and ammo costs in Armored Core 6. I don't know how you would do it if you weren't intentionally trying to do it. Like, unless you were just using all of your ammo in like 2 chain guns and 2 songbirds and then getting yourself like shot to hell before finishing the mission, I have no idea how you could even go negative in that game. Which is what I said in the video. Like, I've never even come close to getting a negative paycheck. I'd run out of money, but not went negative. No, not went negative like in terms of your total amount of credits, like for a mission pay. Like, you ran a mission and it cost more to run the ammo and the repairs that you did than like you got paid for completing the mission. I never had that. Cost and pay would be shit. Maybe like cutting your pay in half if you brought it, as well as needing to pay ammo and repairs for both. I don't know. I don't know how they would like add some sort of dynamic where you can bring it, but it's not always the best idea to bring it, if that makes sense. Anyway, a former street actor, he's taken the show on the road and now performs only for his arena fans. Winning isn't important to him, it's the spectacle of it. He views Paradox, who has a similar background, as a rival. But hello, Fervil. I just don't know how you could bring back something like the Verdict Day Unax. Realistically? At least not in the direction that 6 went. Because that would be like the big problem. Is just, how do we make it so that it's not always the best idea to bring a UNAC every single mission? That would definitely be the problem with it. Because even if they brought along the same penalties as Verdict Day, it wouldn't feel very penalizing in 6's design. Which, like, 6's economy is intentionally made the way that it is. I don't remember whose interview it was. It was an interview with someone from FromSoft about it, where they were talking about how they wanted to make customization, like, the selling point with 6 again, the way it used to be. Because, like, you know, Gen 5, things were so expensive and it was kind of grindy. So, like, they were saying, comparatively to Gen 5, we want customization to be, like, a selling point again. So they intentionally made the economy super loose, like, super easy to work within, because they wanted new players to be able to pick up the game, get a shit ton of parts pulled together, and then just, like, mix and match with them, which is fair. But I think you can have both, because, like, I feel like the first gen of Armored Core had both, in my opinion. Like, you would get punished for playing super poorly on a mission by going negative. You didn't get paid enough from one mission to buy, like, 2 parts in one go. But the customization was still very accessible by the time that you had played, like, an hour of the game. Like, maybe it's not accessible right away, but once you've put, like, an hour of effort in, you have a lot of options. But hello, Goblin. You'd have to pay for the equipment again for the buddy AC. Yeah, in Verdict Day, you can't have, like, if you want to equip, say, the same weapon to both your AC and the UNAC, you have to own 2 of those weapons. Like, you can't just own one and use it for both. There's a lot of stuff with Verdict Day where using the UNACs is kind of more painful than it's worth. But if you do go through, like, all the effort of getting the parts pulled together and everything, you do get double the firepower on a mission, and you have, like, a second target pulling aggro for you too. So, like, it's super useful, but it's pretty rough to work with at the same time. A former street magician, he's taken the show on the road and now performs only for his arena fans. Winning isn't important to him, it's the spectacle of it. He views Paranoia, who has a similar background as his rival. How many people view? Oh, sorry, Paradox and Paranoia. I was like, they both view? Never mind. Capcom can ban channels for modding their games. Wait, did they? Like sniper rifles and manually aimed rockets? I'm actually kind of surprised. They did the Nintendo thing? It's like, I've got 23 million. Yeah, I feel like that's partially, well, I mean, depending on the game with like older Armored Core, some of them, there's not really much to earn beyond just like having completed the game. And to be fair to 6, a lot of people refer to like completing 6 as completing 3 playthroughs. Which, like, I get that there's 3 playthroughs, but a playthrough is a playthrough. Like, you get one ending, you get the credits to roll, and that is a playthrough of Armored Core 6 for upwards of 90% of people that will ever touch the game, right? Hold on, actually. That's a great idea. Hold on. Because I say that generally speaking. Because generally speaking, the sort of like dedicated side of the gaming community that will do things like even just watch content about video games on YouTube, like that's less than 10% of the gaming community as a whole. Trying to find a site that tracks Steam achievements, but maybe I should just open up Steam. Yep, I'm just gonna open Steam and do it this way, because I can't find a good website on Google. All right, I have it installed. So let's see. What is the final ending? Is this the final ending? This would have to be. That's actually an insanely high amount. Okay. I was wrong on this one. Granted, like, you know, these are only Steam numbers, blah, 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 but that is a very high number for completing 3 playthroughs of the game, because this ending can only be done on the 3rd playthrough, right? Unless I'm mistaken. I could be wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. Now I'm curious, is it generally around that number on everything? Because I know that there's good sites for tracking achievements on like Xbox and PlayStation. Steam has less of a need for it. Where is like the thing that tells me the amount of people that have the achievement? What is the percentage? It was 28% on Steam. Hold on. PlayStation achievements. Will this show me what I want? This will show me what I want. Oh my god, it shows them as hidden. Are you shitting me? It shows all of them as hidden achievements. Why? Only a third? I mean, less than a third. Oh, reveal hidden. Thank god. I was like, are you kidding me? On PlayStation, it's roughly the same. It's about 20, it's a little lower on PlayStation. It's 27% on PlayStation as opposed to 28, but that's about the same. So like 27, 28% of players on AC6 do all 3 endings. But then to flip that on its head, like 72% of people who have played the game don't go to the effort of playing through it to get all the endings, right? So to be fair to the economy in that sense, like if you do all 3 endings, you'll probably own every part in the game by the end, sure. But the majority of people are not gonna have that experience. He loves new toys, as any who have seen his AC can tell to him, can tell. To him, performance and compatibility are secondary issues, and this stance has been his downfall more than once. Other Ravens watch him closely to find out which new parts hold promise. I hate how much the commas and the periods look exactly alike in the text of this game. I actually cannot tell. AC6 could benefit a lot from a hard mode. I don't know. I think having one difficulty is a good thing in general for games. Like, I think that 6 could have been a little more challenging, but also, like, it's one of those things, again, where the first time that I played AC6, those bosses killed me. Like, every time, I would die a handful of times to, like, every boss on my first playthrough, right? I think most people had that experience. So just because I can go back, like, with the perfect build knowledge and, like, know how to exploit the game and then it's not hard, it doesn't mean that the game's difficulty isn't good. It's, I don't know. Having a hard mode for AC6 specifically makes a lot of sense. Because once you know how to play the game, it's pretty easy to steamroll it. But I feel like having one difficulty for a game that every person who plays the game plays on is great. Because then, in terms of like how challenging is the game, all players get that experience. Whereas with a lot of other games, you know, there will kind of be like, I'm trying to think of a good example, like Halo. Halo has 4 difficulties, right? And the normal difficulty that almost every player will play on is the second of the 4 in terms of difficulty. There's 2 above it. But the Halo developers themselves have said that, like, we balance the game based on heroic difficulty. We intend for all players to play on heroic difficulty. Like, that is what we envision when we are developing the game. So the majority of players, because, and this is kind of their fault too, to be completely honest, because of that, the vast majority of players play on a setting that is easier than what the devs have made the game to be played on. And then what you get a lot of the time, and I've streamed Halo for fun in the past. I love those games. You probably noticed I bring them up fairly often. I always play on heroic because I know that that's like the intended difficulty. And it does feel the best in my experience on heroic, regardless of what game we're talking about. Like, they all feel the best on heroic. Genuinely. But what you'll have is, like, there are missions in Halo where the majority of players, if you haven't played Halo, just bear with me. If you have, you'll know exactly what I'm talking about. The majority of players will play Truth and Reconciliation on Halo CE. They'll play it on normal. They will have no problems with that mission. They'll breeze through it, and they'll have a good time. And then when you're talking about missions with other players, like when I talk about Truth and Reconciliation, I talk about how I dislike the level because it's completely balanced around the idea of you not having a precision weapon for the majority of your runtime through it. And it's completely fucked. Like, the sandbox does not work like that in Halo CE. You kind of need to have a pistol in Halo CE. It's just, the game isn't that well balanced. I love the game. So, but I can say it. Like, Halo CE is not very well balanced. You kind of need a pistol on heroic and above. If you don't have it, you're a little screwed. Truth and Reconciliation has a lot of, like, hard encounters without ever giving you access to the pistol in any way, shape, or form. So when I talk about the mission, I talk about how the bullshit difficulty gets to me, and I never want to play through that mission. Like, it's a pain for me every time. The vast majority of players have only ever played the thing on normal. They have no idea what I'm talking about. They have no clue what I am saying. Because on normal, it's a toned down experience from what the game is balanced around. So it's pretty easy. I finished Halo 2 on Legendary 2 times because I hate myself. I have done it 3 times, and I hope to never do it again. I hope to never do it again. I did it on Xbox. I did it on Xbox One when the Master Chief Collection came out. I did it on PC when they brought Halo 2 to PC on the Master Chief Collection. I never want to do it again. 5 counting Lasso. Lasso's a community challenge. Doesn't count. Also, Halo, heroic is base, legendary is cringe. Legendary just feels like a little too much every time. But also, hello, Sepper. This pilot changes occupations like some people change their socks. He's always on the lookout for more money and accepts missions based only on their reward. He refuses to use shell weapons, which, as we all know, cost money. That's true. That's true. Shell weapons cost money. Don't call me Sep. What? You don't like when people call you Sep or Seppi? Whatever happened to Seppi? Wow. There you are. Thank God for permanent radar. I like OP Intensify now that I have it. Why are you facing that way? What is your game plan? What a weird opponent. What a strange opponent. When you actually affect how you engage with the games rather than just inflating numbers that make you perform action X times. Or sorry, action X 10 times instead of 5. Yeah. So it's on par with calling me my real name, and that just doesn't sit right with me? What? I won't dox him. I thought about it. I was like, I was gonna just name drop, but I won't. Not that people don't know his first name in the community, but any Sep or Seppi fans will be banned on site. He's the descendant of a noble knight, but all proof that could corroborate this claim has long since been lost. His mother labors tirelessly to restore the family name, and Endymion became a raven to help bankroll her efforts. Sebastian? Yeah, there you go. You don't like when people in chat start calling you Sebastian? What's wrong with that? I see nothing wrong with that. Come here. Let's see what a Royal Armored Corps is capable of. So far, circle strafing and launching rockets. Feels too formal. Well, that's why we go with Seppi, right? You know, that's why we use Seppi or Sep. Then it's not as formal. Makes perfect sense to me. I don't know about you. You can't ban me. I'm immune to a Sep or ban. You can't control me. I love this new light that I bought when the old one went out. What was that, like a month ago? Actually, it was probably more than a month ago now. When was that? It was when I started DMC. Yeah, it was like a little more than a month ago. It was October 25th was the day that my old light broke and that I bought this one. It's an Elgato light. And one of the things that it said on it, like on the purchase page for it, was, I don't remember what they called it, but they essentially were like promoting this technology that they have where they're like, yeah, this light is super bright, but you could look straight at it and it's not gonna hurt your eyes, and it's true. Like, I can stare at this thing and it's fine. I don't know how they did it. I don't know how they did it. New to the Raven fold, his AC sports a very rudimentary setup. He prefers head-to-head battle with as little fooling around as possible. He's an honest man, but his abilities remain in doubt. Becoming a Raven has been a lifelong ambition. I love Apple Boy. Did anyone spot the, I mean, this was way back. I know that I got a couple comments that spotted it. It was one of my most obvious cosplay builds that I snuck into a video ever. But I did an Apple Boy cosplay in my AC3 video because I like the look of it. So I just went on to like the wiki page for him, got the part list that he uses, painted my AC up like that, and I literally just ran as Apple Boy for a bit. So I've got some footage from it in the video. It's big and flat and not a small blinding ball of pain. It is actually, it's a really big light and it is flat. It's very big. Is that why I'm able to look at it and my eyes don't hurt? It's more like looking out a window at day, I guess. It's really bright. Like if I open the door behind me that goes out into the hall, the light on the setting that I use it for stream will light up the hallway like outside of my room. It's really bright. It is very like light it up, light it up. Your IRL friends refer to you as Goblin. Is that where the username came from, or is it vice versa? An aggressive combatant who pilots an AC with a variety of high-power weaponry. What the hell was that? I don't know what that was. She likes to put on showy battles, but her AC's limited ammunition stores mean that they have to be concluded quickly. Her father is also a Raven. See, I didn't know that. I didn't have the Regina lore before now. It was in the bought together thing. The Elgato products are great. I think I'm gonna buy a boom arm from them soon. I wanna get a boom so that I don't have to hold my microphone while I'm recording for videos. That's like my big thing, because I'll sit here and record for like an hour and a half. And my microphone isn't heavy, but it's just heavy enough that like if you hold it for like an hour and a half, it does kind of start to tire out your hand a little bit to just be holding it up the whole time. So I want to get a boom from Elgato. They apparently have a great one because of course they do. It's Elgato. They just make the best shit. Preferably with your number plate and street name in frame. Number plate. I thought I wouldn't mind the slow combat at all since I really like it, but it's too slow. So much recovery time. I didn't notice it being much slower, but maybe it's because I didn't play it like close enough to Dark Souls 1. Formerly an MT pilot working for Crest, his journey to become a Raven has been both long and arduous. He's still getting accustomed to piloting an AC, but his frontline experience and instincts are top-notch. He's expected to do well. Oh, Sepper, did you watch the Game Awards last night? Second language. Open world Monster Hunter? I have no idea what the Monster Hunter thing was. I'm surprised that, what's it called? That they announced it so early. 2025. Right? Because everything else at the award show was like coming out next year. Like within the next year. some of the things that they announced last night were coming out last night, like, the finals. Apparently, like, they were just, you know, they were showing off the finals, and I was like, oh, it's that game that has the AI voice actors. And then, just at the end, they were like, it's out right now. We just launched it, actually. Go play it. And I was like, what? If Spider-Man wins a useless award when I have a real life, well, you should know, Spider-Man, hold on. I could be wrong, like, I feel like I'm wrong, but I don't think Spider-Man won a single award. Something tells me I'm wrong. I think they might have won a single award. Hold on. I got the winners list pulled up, but I don't think they won anything. I'm scrolling. I'm scrolling. I'm scrolling. I am not wrong. Spider-Man did not win a single award last night. How many did Tears of the Kingdom win? I think Tears of the Kingdom won an award. I think they only won a single award last night. Which, that was my big shocker throughout the show, was that Tears of the Kingdom kept not getting the awards. Yeah, they won Best Action Adventure, but I think that's the only thing it won. That's the only thing that Tears won. Like that zinger with Judge's speech being longer than the COD campaign. Dude, that... and then, like 20 minutes after he said that, they played an ad for Call of Duty, and I could not believe it. She hasn't been a Raven for long, but her mission success rate is impeccable, and she's in high demand because of this. The grateful recipient of many corporate-sponsored gifts, she takes to new equipment with a fervor. Shouldn't it just say with fervor? Am I bad at English, or is Age Tech bad at English? Because historically, it has been Age Tech. Like, it's solid, but it was nothing award-worthy. Well, it was nominated because it's Sony. And, by the way, my rule of thumb stands strong about The Last of Us being at the Game Awards. If The Last of Us is nominated, they win. They were nominated for Best Video Game Adaptation, and they won. Which, to everyone, I feel like it sounds kind of logical, but I honestly didn't think they were gonna win that award. I thought that they were gonna give it to the Mario movie. I really thought that the Mario movie was gonna win that award. Double entendres? Is that, would that be the right way to use fervor with a fervor? What? Okay, chat, I know. Okay, hold on. Wait here. All right. I know that everyone loved Hi-Fi Rush, okay? And so this might come off a little poorly, but listen. I am shocked that Hi-Fi Rush won Best Audio Design, because Hi-Fi Rush, give me time. Hi-Fi Rush did not win Best Score and Music. If it was that category, I would not be surprised. They won Best Audio Design. They were in competition with the Dead Space remake. I rest my case. They did not win an award for the music in the game. They won an award for all the audio against Dead Space remake. I'm cooking on this one, okay? I really thought Dead Space was gonna win that category. I thought it was a no-brainer pick. I'm not saying Hi-Fi Rush is bad. I'm saying they should have won best score and music out of everything they were up against. Like, they were my pick on a personal level for best score. But they would not have been my pick for, like, general sound design. It absolutely would have been Dead Space. Would that include voice acting work? Generally, audio design it does include it, but it typically just refers to sound effects and like audio mixing and stuff like that. More so on how the music is used compared to the track number. Yeah, I don't know. It's a weird one, because when you say sound design, you are typically talking about like the sound effects and like the mixing and stuff like that. So it was odd. There were a lot of actually, okay, hold, I'm gonna get the Game Award, like, award talk out of my system. Here, I'll pull this over. I'll pull over the winners list, just since I'm gonna go on a whole thing. Baldur's Gate 3 did win Game of the Year. If this is news to you, this was my pick. It was not my favorite game I played last year, but they absolutely earned the win. Like, not a single doubt. All right? Not a single doubt. I was very happy to see that they actually won Game of the Year, because those guys deserved it so much. So much. This shocked me. I thought game direction was gonna go to Baldur's Gate. Like, I really thought the game direction was gonna go to Baldur's Gate. I actually haven't played Alan Wake 2, so that might be why. But that one came out of nowhere. Alan Wake 2, actually, you're gonna see this one a lot. Alan Wake won a lot of awards last night. Best adaptation they gave to Last of Us, which again, is not a bad pick. The show was great. But like, against I really thought the Mario movie was gonna take it. AC got action. Armored Core 6 did win best action, yeah. Alan Wake 2 won best narrative, which I did not expect. I was saying with best narrative, again, haven't played the game, but what I was saying as like my prediction is that I thought Phantom Liberty would win best narrative if they were talking about, or if they were looking at rather, like the quality of just the story in one front to back playthrough. But if they're factoring in the amount of branching paths plus the quality of those branching paths, then Baldur's Gate would win. But shockingly, neither won, and they gave it to Alan Wake. Alan Wake won best art direction, which I personally think is a little crazy. Not because the game has bad art direction, but look at the nominees. They were against Hi-Fi Rush, Lies of P, Mario Wonder, and Tears of the Kingdom. Tears of the Kingdom, to be honest, the art direction is just Breath of the Wild's art direction. So we could even take that off if I'm gonna be real critical. But like, none of these three won over Alan Wake 2? I was shocked. Anyway. Score and music, I thought it was gonna be one of these two. I thought it was gonna be Hi-Fi Rush. Hold on, I'll zoom it. It might be a little small on stream. I thought it was gonna be Hi-Fi Rush or Tears of the Kingdom that won best score. Final Fantasy 16 won. I mean, still a great score, but just not what I was expecting. Just not what I was predicting at all. Like I said, audio design, like Hi-Fi Rush won audio design, but not best music. And Dead Space Remake was up there, which has some of the best sound design that I've ever heard in a video game, like in my life. If you haven't played it, it's hard to describe it, but if you played the Dead Space Remake, you know the audio work in that game was insane. It sounded so good. This one shocked me. The one that, okay, this category, I had no idea who was gonna win. But I did say going in that I was certain it would be Ben Starr, who played the main character in Final Fantasy 16, Cameron Monaghan, who played the main character in Jedi Survivor, Idris Elba, who played the agent character whose name I can't remember right now, in the new Cyberpunk expansion, or Yuri Lowenthal for being Spider-Man in Spider-Man 2. I thought it would be one of those four, but it wasn't. They gave it to Neil Newbin, who played Astarion in Baldur's Gate 3. He actually ended up winning Best Performance. And he actually, by the way, this was the first award they gave out last night, and he had the best acceptance speech of the entire night, for the record. Like, if you just want to go and watch a good speech, Neil Newbin's speech last night was actually great. Anyway. Innovation they gave to Forza, which I thought was surprising. I thought it was going to go to Spider-Man 2 or Street Fighter. But sure, Forza, I don't know, haven't played it. What was so great about Spider-Man 2 and audio design? Honestly, I think they just didn't have much good competition for audio design this year. I feel like it really was just between these two. I feel like the rest of them are kind of just filler. Maybe Alan Wake had good audio design, I don't know. But like, yeah, Spider-Man 2, I don't know what exactly we're talking about. And Resident Evil 4 was my personal favorite game that I played last year. And even I'm like, I don't know why this would be nominated for audio design. The audio was just kind of like what you would expect. Nothing beyond that. Like, it was just kind of standard. I loved the acting so much, I kept him my first playthrough. I kind of did that too, to be honest. Like, I didn't like Astarion as a character. I thought he was a bitch. But like, I never didn't have him in my party. Has there been any update with X Defiant? Nope. You mean that other game that probably isn't real? Okay, this one stirred up a lot of controversy twice. For best ongoing game, it was controversial when Cyberpunk got nominated for this because a lot of people were saying that CD Projekt Red should not win an award for fixing their broken mess of a game. Fair enough. I don't entirely disagree. What I will say about it, by the way, they won the award, which is the new controversy with this, is that they won Best Ongoing Game last night. What I will say about that is that them not deserving the award just for fixing the game is completely fair, but any other AAA dev in the position that CD Projekt was in with Cyberpunk's launch would have just abandoned the game and never fixed it. It's a single player game, got rushed out before it was ready by publishers. Most of them would have cut their losses and moved on. Cyberpunk has invested insane amounts of manpower, insane amounts of money. They've overhauled the core systems of the game this year with their big 2.0 update. They also just dropped a 2.1 update where they added a bunch of free content, by the way, which is kind of crazy. And they dropped a full paid story expansion this year as well. So I can agree that an award would not be deserved for just fixing the game. But I feel like it sends a good message to know that if AAA devs release a shit show of the game and they stick with it and support it, like fully, like put everything they have into it the way that CD Projekt did with Cyberpunk, it will pay off. Like, obviously, a lot of people re-downloaded and played Cyberpunk again this year. I did, and I had a great time this year. Sounds aggravating with the ways it tries to manipulate you out of your time and money. I did play a little bit of Genshin back when it came out because it was a big talking point back in, like, what was it, 2020 when it came out? I did play it a little bit, maybe for like a few hours, like 4 hours, 5 hours, something like that. Insanely manipulative, predatory business model. Absolutely. The game wasn't even that bad. Like, if you just turn your brain off and it's like a game where, like, I don't know, when I was playing it, I was in college, so like I was on Zoom lectures and just playing Genshin on my main monitor while like actually watching my lecture on the second one, right? Like, it was a background, like, turn your brain off game when I did play it a little bit. But it does really, really manipulate you into investing a ton of time and money. And I didn't like it at all. So I dropped it like a few hours in and I've never re-downloaded it. I never had any urge to re-download it. Shit. I played like 35 hours of Cyberpunk when it came out, but it was insanely busted with bugs and stuff at the time. And a lot of the core systems just sucked, right? A lot of the core systems were just not good. Now with the 2.0 update, they fixed a lot. Like in the old game, crafting was so overpowered. It still is. But in the original launch version of Cyberpunk, with the way that their systems design was, you had to invest in an entire attribute, which for context for people who haven't played Cyberpunk, there are 5 base attributes, and you can only max out like 2 of them in a playthrough. And the way that crafting was so powerful, you were pretty much forced into maxing the technical ability attribute every single playthrough. And on top of that, like, technical ability literally was just the crafting attribute at launch. Like, that was kind of the one thing that it had going for it. You didn't get any additional benefit beyond being able to have good crafting. Like, that was it. So build variety in the launch version of the game with the old skill system was you get crafting and then like one other base attribute where you can get like machine guns, super tanky, stealthy, and that was about it. The 2.0 update massively fixed that. Build diversity in the 2.0 update is so much better. It's insane. Anyway, best community support, Baldur's Gate. Honestly, sure, only because actually Baldur's Gate deserved it. I was kind of confused by this one, but now that I'm really thinking about it, if you don't know, hold on, actually I have Steam open, right? Let's go to Baldur's Gate. Let's go to Baldur's Gate 3. Here it is. These patches that they put out, right? I'm not gonna hover the spoiler bars, but they put out these patches like every few weeks, like 3 or 4 weeks, right? And every single patch, these aren't just patches. If you don't know, in these patches, they literally will add, like, here we go, an entirely new section at the end of the game after the defeat of blank that aims to provide a well-deserved sense of closure with your allies. TLDR, in this random patch, they just added in like a new ending section that just is at the end of the campaign. When you get to that section of the campaign, there is a new branch that you could possibly go down that was never there before. They just sneak shit like that into every patch of this game. And it's insane. It's actually crazy. They do it every single time. Hold on, where's like another patch? These are like the community highlights. They got nominated. Hotfix. Yeah, so their hotfixes are just like a generic patch where they're just fixing things, balancing things, whatever. Here we go. Patch number 4. Let's see. What did this have? They added new colorblind filters that apparently weren't there. I had no idea about that, but okay. Maybe nothing too insane in patch 4. Oh, hold on. There's some stuff. It would take me so long to explain some of this stuff. TLDR. The patches are insane. They're nonchalantly adding new content without making a big hubbub. Yeah, and they do it every patch. Apparently not patch number 4. But they do it every patch. They'll just add like some random story content in that never existed. And they won't even mention it outside of the patch notes. So best community support, I think they earned that shit, hands down. I will say, Destiny 2 even getting nominated is batshit insane. I have no clue what they got nominated for. Because I feel like Destiny 2, over the last like 2 or 3 years, has had some of the worst community support in the industry, from what I have seen. I don't play the game, but dude, I constantly hear about the insane shit that Bungie does to this game. I have no clue why they even got nominated. If they won, there would be a problem. But I feel like this might have just been one of those where it's like, it's filler. They didn't really know who else to nominate. Because there were definitely a few of those. Wait a second, this is... Oh, never mind. I was gonna say, I thought Cocoon won. Cocoon won Best Debut Indie Game. This was actually kind of controversial last night. Because everyone thought it was gonna be between Dredge and Pizza Tower. And then Cocoon, just like, they gave it to Cocoon. Was the PT door? I know, it was hilarious. Literally over the campfire on a roast spit. I have no idea why they nominated Destiny 2. Honkai Star Rail got Best Mobile Game. When I saw it get nominated, it was like, that was the only thing that was gonna win. The Game Awards love Hoyoverse. It was one of those things where just as soon as I saw that it was nominated, I knew. Of course it won. I would like to mention that Hello Kitty Island Adventure was a nominee for Best Mobile Game. Just so that everyone is aware. That was a genuine, real nominee for Best Mobile Game. Anyway, Armored Core 6 won Best Action. I know this is an Armored Core stream, so this might not be the best time to drop this one. But let me just say, I'm not shocked whatsoever that Armored Core 6 won Best Action. Ever since the nominees came out, I said with confidence that it would win. Like, not a doubt. But do you know why? Because the competition was not there. Alright? I will say, if they had nominated some other games that are even like on this list for Best Action, AC6 would not have won. I think, let me just say, Armored Core 6 was my second favorite game that came out last year. This is not, I don't like the game. I'm just saying, I'm being blunt about it. Let's just go back, like, if Spider-Man 2 got thrown in as an action game, Armored Core 6 didn't stand a chance. If RE4 was put in the action category, which by the way, no clue why it wasn't, AC6 didn't stand a chance. If, is there anything else like that? No, I would say those two are great examples of what I'm saying. I think AC6 won Best Action because its competition was like Dead Island 2, Ghost Runner 2, Remnant 2. Hi-Fi Rush, I'm somewhat surprised didn't win. I wouldn't be mad if AC6 had lost to Hi-Fi. I don't think most people would have. But I really feel like AC6 kind of like won Best Action by default, if that makes sense. I think AC6 should have been nominated for a couple things that it wasn't. Yeah, I've mentioned that. Like, I personally think, and I know this is gonna be a weird one based on some comments I got on the AC6 video. I think you could have nominated Armored Core 6 for Best Score. Definitely over Alan Wake 2. I've listened to this soundtrack. You absolutely could have nominated AC6 over this. That's kind of the big one for me that I'm like, I feel like that soundtrack, it's mixed so quietly in the game, but if you go listen to it on its own, it's great. It's a great soundtrack. It's just that they mixed it super quiet in the gameplay. It's entirely FromSoft's error that there are people out there that don't think 6 has a great soundtrack. Because they kind of messed it up. in all honesty. Yeah, Tears of the Kingdom, it got nominated for Action Adventure. It was going to win Action Adventure. It just was. It was gonna win. Baldur's Gate 3 was nominated for Best RPG. There was never a doubt. Of course it won. This one I was super happy about, okay? Because when the nominees came out, if you were in stream like the day that the nominees got put up and I talked about like predictions and stuff, I looked at Best Fighting Game and I said, if it were me given the award, Street Fighter 6 without a second thought. But I think they're going to give it to Mortal Kombat. I was so convinced that Mortal Kombat was gonna win because Mortal Kombat has much more of a broad appeal in the industry. It is the biggest fighting game in terms of the games industry as a whole. Even though in my opinion, of the big fighting games that are like pretty mainstream, it's probably the weakest game in terms of its design. Just saying. I really thought it was gonna win. I was super happy that Street Fighter 6 won. I think Street Fighter 6 is fantastic. There's like that 1% of Street Fighter players at the very, very top of the competitive scene who are having a goddamn temper tantrum over Street Fighter 6 right now. But like, its mechanics are great. Its balance is mostly good. There's like one character that needs a little bit of a buff. That's Lily. Ken and JP need a nerf. Other than that, the balance is great. Like every character feels competitive. No one feels OP. Outside of Lily feels too weak. Ken and JP feel too strong. Other than that, we don't even really need a balance patch in Street Fighter 6 right now. The game launched like that. If you don't know why the competitive scene for Street Fighter is losing their minds, Capcom has taken a strong approach where they are only releasing one balance patch for the game a year. Because they were very straight up about it. They were like, we don't want to overreact to things when players start to say that they're too strong or too weak or whatever and over adjust. We want to leave those things out in the wild in the competitive scene for like long periods of time, allow players to develop counterplay to them to see if they're actually in need of adjustment, and then we'll make the adjustments as we need to. So now it's been like 6 months since this game has come out. The competitive scene has found some things that need adjustment, but they're not going to get fixed for like another 4 months because Capcom has their one patch a year thing. So that's why like the top 1% of Street Fighter fans right now hate Street Fighter 6 at this current moment. Everyone else, like, this game is great. If you were going to pick up a fighting game this year out of like the new ones, in my opinion, make it Street Fighter 6. Anyway, moving on. Mario Bros. Wonder for Family Game. I didn't think this was gonna win. I thought Pikmin was gonna win, but Pikmin won Best Sim and Strategy Game, which caught me off guard, but it kind of balanced it out. I really just thought the Pikmin was gonna win awards, that's all. So like Mario Wonder won Best Family Game. It deserved an award. It was a good game. Pikmin 4 got an award. Good game. I'm not overly upset. This one was kind of weird to me. And I talked with Tom, mod of the channel, about this one a little bit. Baldur's Gate winning Best Multiplayer was a little weird. Because like, yeah, it has multiplayer. You can play like a full D&D campaign with 4 people in Baldur's Gate 3. Like you can play the entire game beginning to end. So like it has multiplayer, it has good multiplayer. I think that Baldur's Gate, kind of like what I said with Armored Core 6, I think this won by default. Because the competition this year was like Diablo, Party Animals, Street Fighter, and Mario. So I feel like Baldur's Gate won by default, and that's kind of it. To be fair to Baldur's Gate, it does have multiplayer, and you know, not to sleep on the fact that you can do a full 4-man D&D party and do like a 100-hour campaign with that party in Baldur's Gate 3. Like, sure, it has good multiplayer if you look at it that way. It's just not what I would think when we're talking about like the award for best multiplayer is all. Baldur's Gate won the Player's Choice Award. If you're not familiar, this is literally just when you go to vote, they just take like the game that gets the most votes across the entire award show. And that's the Player's Choice. It was Baldur's Gate. It is actually, for the record, the first year since Genshin Impact came out that Genshin Impact did not win Player's Choice. So I would like everyone to know that, because last night when I was watching it with my friends, like as a group, we were watch partying it, a Player's Choice came up and I started yelling Genshin Sweep because it wins this category every year. It's actually the first year since the game came out that it did not win Player's Choice. So that's significant in and of itself. Most anticipated, this doesn't really surprise me. Final Fantasy VII Remake Part 2 won most anticipated. It didn't shock me. Iron Mouse won Creator of the Year. I'm not overly familiar with her, but I know that she's physically disabled, right? In some fashion. She like can't really, like I think to the extent where like she struggles to do anything outside of her bed. Like I think she is like very physically disabled. So this is like a feel-good award. She's also huge. Hold on. If I go to like Twitch tracker, I know that she's like the #1 female streamer in the industry. Hold on. I'm looking. She's very big on Twitch. Yeah, she's in like the top 20 most watched creators on Twitch as well. Like currently, as of the last week. Because that's what Twitch tracker uses for some reason. She has an immune deficiency disease. Yeah, that's it. Like a really extreme one, right? Like I'm not overly familiar. I'm not into the VTuber scene. I have VTuber friends, so I get all of my VTuber industry knowledge just through them. But I've seen her before. What was really funny was that she like had an acceptance speech video that they played that she had prepared ahead of time. And them introducing her was so awkward. It wasn't Jeff that gave out this award. It was the other lady who's there every year who's obnoxious. Her jokes are always terrible. She presented this award and she said something like, well, we have a video from Iron Mouse because she is digital and we don't have anime girls in the real world yet. It was so weird. Iron Mouse didn't think she'd win. I thought it was gonna be her or Quackity. Because I think Content Creator of the Year is an award that they go off of votes and they don't actually have the Game Awards staff vote for it. I think that this one is like communal vote. So I kind of thought that Quackity would win to an extent because it's like Minecraft streamer. He's like in the dream group of Minecraft guys. She thought Quackity was gonna get it. Yeah, I thought because it's a communal vote category that like he would win it. Just because like his audience will be so dedicated, but no, she got it. Esports, I know nothing about it. I don't really care for it. I will say, out of the 5 games nominated for best esports game, I don't care about any of them. So like I could sit here and talk about how I don't think Valorant should have won, but like, I mean, I really don't. I don't have like a stake in this. I used to play Counter-Strike. By the way, this is still CSGO. For the record, this is not Counter-Strike 2. But I used to play CSGO. Never played Dota, never played League, never played PUBG. I mean, I've played like a match or two of each of them. I've just never like gotten into any of these three. Valorant, I have played like with friends when they really want to play it. I don't like it. It's not my thing. I don't even really like Counter-Strike nowadays either. It's just, it's whatever. I didn't care for it. The athletes, I didn't know a single one of these players aside from, I know Hal because he's a huge Twitch streamer. Like, he's just big in the streaming space, so I know him. That he was the only one on here I knew. They still can't count to 3. I don't like the trend of... Oh, my Steam is open. Doing an overhaul update for live service games and smacking a 2 on it and promoting it as a sequel. Overwatch started that shit, and it's driving me crazy. Overwatch did it, Counter-Strike did it, and a lot of people don't know this. The Nickelodeon, like, platform fighter that came out, like, a couple years ago, they also did that this year, where they were like, yep, it's Nickelodeon All-Stars, whatever, 2. And they just recently did the same thing. I hate it. It's the dumbest trend in the industry right now. I've talked about multiplayer games and the state of multiplayer games a lot on stream recently. I have a whole thought about it. Hold on. At first glance, he appears to be just another trigger-happy machine gun newbie, but his decision to go with shell-based weapons was deliberate in order to offset the energy consumption of his AC's leg selection. He's calm under pressure and assertive. Interesting. Interesting play. Yeah, multiplayer gaming, I've talked about it. I think multiplayer gaming is hitting a super hard valley right now where, like, it's about as bad in terms of, like, just the whole industry across the board right now as it can get. Like, it really can't get much worse than it currently is for, like, live service multiplayer games. I think that there's gonna be, like, another year or so where they kind of sit in this spot where, for me, like, someone who likes single-player and multiplayer competitive stuff, like, this year, I just have not played competitive games. Even though I personally do enjoy them, none of them are in a spot right now where I want to play them. Like, even numerous competitive games that I enjoyed when they came out, like Apex Legends, Counter-Strike, Rainbow Six Siege. Like, there's a bunch of competitive games still getting active support that I did enjoy at one point that, like, right now, they're just in a state where I don't want to play them. Because, like, they've just kind of slowly declined. Oh, it's this guy. The pursuit missiles mounted on his AC's shoulders are more for show than anything else, and his opponent's time is better spent worrying about what he intends to do with the machine gun. His AC is heavily armored and therefore slow. Yeah, I think multiplayer gaming right now is at its absolute lowest. But I think that in the same way that, like, single player gaming hit, like, an absolute all-time low in, like, 2016, 2017, I think it's gonna hit, like, a curve and come back, but it's just gonna have to sit in this spot where, like, it's super dead for a bit longer. I think it'll come back in like 2 years or so. Maybe a little less, but, like, that would be my guess. Would be like, by 2025, I think it'll start to swing back around. But, like, industry trends have definitely brought, like, competitive multiplayer gaming to, like, a considerable low point, in the same way that, like, competitive multiplayer gaming hitting such a high, like, kind of weirdly took so much attention away from single player games in the AAA space that, like, resources just weren't going to them, so the games were coming out like shit. But now, like, this year, insanely stacked. So many amazing games this year, because a lot of games that started development back in, like, 2018, 2019, right when we started to come out of that phase, released this year. I think multiplayer is going to have that same thing where, like, a lot of new games that have started development, like, in the last year through to, like, probably for the next year or so, will start to come out and like revitalize the space. But even like, sorry, Master, appreciate it. Thank you. I am on such a tangent, but I appreciate it. I think that like a big thing with the multiplayer space right now, I'm just gonna Google. I'm just gonna pull up a list, okay? Here's a list of the best esports games for 2023. What you are going to notice is that none of these games, by my prediction, will be less than 3 or 4 years old. They're all gonna be like 10 to 5 years old, and they are still going to be like the top games in the space, right? I haven't even read the list. Apex came out 2018. Warzone 2.0. Warzone 2.0 is a year old. If we just say it's Warzone, because it really is, like as a COD bro, it is still just kind of Warzone 1 with slight differences. This is like 4 years old. Dota 2 is like a decade old. Dragon Ball FighterZ, was this 2017, 2018? I'll say it's 2018. I'll give it some grace, say it's 5 years old. Fortnite Battle Royale is 6 years old. King of Fighters 15, I actually don't know when you came out. Holiday Deals, woo! When did you come out? 2022! I was wrong! All right, this one's a year old. So far, we got one. League of Legends is more than a decade old. This is a very recent list because Mortal Kombat 1 just came out. Overwatch 2. This is Overwatch. This is 6 years old. Or sorry, 7 years old. My bad. PUBG is 7 years old, I believe. Rocket League 2015, 8 years old. What the hell is Samurai Showdown? This is an esports game? Someone has mentioned like the old PlayStation games of this, but there's an esports one? Oh, it's a fighting game? There's a Samurai Showdown fighting game? When did it come out? 2021. Okay, 2 years old. StarCraft 2. How old is StarCraft 2? I actually don't know off the top of my head. StarCraft 2 is 13 years old. Street Fighter. Weirdly, the fighting games are recent. Everything else. Smash is 5 years old. Tekken 7. This is my favorite fighting game ever, and I actually don't know when it came out. For all my fighting game bros, if you didn't know, 2015. This is an 8-year-old game. Tekken 7 is my favorite fighting game ever. I love it. So aside from the fighting games, the like 4 of them that were on this list that came out in the last couple years, they're all like 5 to 11 years old. I think that's a big reason the multiplayer space is struggling right now, is there's just no new games coming out that are actually like picking up steam. It's just all the same shit that people have been playing for like 5-6 years plus. As an ex-fighter pilot, old habits are hard to break, and he still prefers taking to the air and filling the sky with swarms of missiles. But like all fighter jocks, he's brash, which usually gets him in trouble when cornered. Lego Fortnite game is pretty good. Yeah, I was just about to say, like, Fortnite right now, I know there's a lot of buzz around Fortnite, and I just have not felt the need to like reinstall it because it's still just Fortnite. Like the Lego thing looks kind of neat. It looks like, honestly, the coolest thing they've done, like, probably ever in Fortnite from, you know, my, like, somewhat outsider's perspective. I've never been super into it to begin with. But, like, with the old map coming back, and, like, the Lego stuff and the Hot Wheels stuff that's about to come out and all that, like, I know there's a lot of buzz around it, but for me, I'm like, man, I played Fortnite like 6 years ago. Like I don't feel like I want to play more Fortnite. I feel like I've played all the Fortnite I want to play. Oh, sorry, Rocket League. It wasn't Hot Wheels, it was Rocket League. Didn't they do a Hot Wheels thing already? Or what was that? I don't remember. I heard about the Guitar Hero thing. I'm curious about that. I feel like Fortnite, hold on. A tank nut. He's truly saddened that more pilots don't take advantage of what he considers to be the best leg parts available. He became a Raven in order to prove that a tread-based AC can hold its own as well as any other. He's wrong. He's very wrong. I'll fight him out in the open. Check this out. I feel like Fortnite, I feel like Epic Games realized that just doing like map and sandbox updates, sandbox is in like weapons, like tools available, right? Every season was not cutting it anymore. Because even though you get like a little interest spike every season with a game like Fortnite, progressively over time, those interest spikes were lower and lower. And I think that they just like really had that moment of, okay, we can't just do this anymore. So they did the classic map update to bring a lot of the OG fans back, and then immediately followed it up with like a big Lego crossover, a big Rocket League crossover, a big Guitar Hero crossover. Like they are really putting everything they have for like the last few months of resources, most likely, into this stretch just to get people back. My thing, I'm not putting a hard prediction on this, but what I will say is that I don't think Fortnite will be able to maintain this level of support. I think this whole wave is gonna come through, but like 2 months from now, Fortnite's gonna start struggling to stay relevant again. Actually, I pulled Twitch Tracker up recently. I was talking to a buddy about this specifically. If you go look at like the viewership for Fortnite all time, it still is not like being able to hit what it used to be, even with everything they've been doing recently. How did I get that all-time graph? Wait, the Lego update. Okay, this isn't fair, because literally yesterday, they hit their all-time peak for viewers. No, you're kidding me. That is unfair. We're gonna act like yesterday didn't happen. All right? All right? It just really spikes with new seasons. Here, I'm pulling up the data to show. I wish I could get like a full screen of this table, but I think yeah, I can just zoom it. Okay. I'll just have to zoom it. I want to get like a full screen of it. So this is the all-time graph for Fortnite since it came out in 2017. This is just peak viewership on any given day. Every single day since the game came out. And you can see like, in general, what I'm gonna say here as well is the best way to look at the interest is not to look at the peaks, because you'll notice that all of these peaks are like a single day, right? Like the Lego update yesterday. Look at that. Look at that, actually. Hold on. I'm gonna have to like enhance to show you this. But look at this. It peaks yesterday. It goes to its all-time peak, and then literally the next day, it is back down here. Look at that drop. Everyone went to see what Lego was, and then they lost the majority of those people. There is another day beyond the peak right there that's very, very tiny when you look at this graph normally. But like, that's the thing, is the general interest is not how big those peaks get. It's kind of where it hovers around outside of those really big jumps, right? So like there was a progressive downtrend in general interest for a while. It hits its lowest like right here. You have to look at player numbers too. Here's the thing with Fortnite. We can't look at their player numbers. there are third-party sites that claim that they have accurate player numbers. Epic doesn't let us see the Fortnite player numbers. So we genuinely can't. The best thing we can go off of for interest is just how many people are watching streams. That is the best thing that we can do to like gauge interest for this game. Unfortunately, because Epic won't let us do it any other way. If Fortnite was on Steam, we would be able to track it because we would have Steam charts. But because it runs on its own launcher and on its own accounts, regardless of what you're playing on, we can't look. The only people who have the accurate data is Epic Games. But like, from what we have, viewership like hits a pretty big low at like about summer of last year and kind of just hangs around there up until very recently. Why would they let us know? They want to look exactly. And something that's kind of weird is that whenever the number hits a really big high, whenever they hit a crazy peak, they do share it. But that's the only time we hear the actual numbers from Epic. Really should have available player analytics. In a perfect world, they would. It's wild how I pulled this up and literally, like, I had this conversation with a friend last week where we were looking at the numbers and everything. And then I pull it up on stream to reference it, and literally, like, they just hit their all-time peak interest with the Lego thing. Pain. But yeah, especially with that tiny dip, like, you know, right after Lego update, it dips back down. I think that, like, what's gonna happen is, this is a pretty good place for them to be hovering, by the way. This is about where they were at in 2018. Actually, hold on. You guys don't understand. My monitor, for the record, I've mentioned it before, my main monitor on my desk is 36 inches wide. Is it bigger? It's hard to like look at the numbers. Let's see. This is like hovering mostly around 300K. This is hovering, yeah, okay, it's about the same. About 300 to like a little bit of 400, a little bit of 200. It's hovering right about where it was in like summer of 2018, which was previously like the peak of interest in Fortnite. So that dip going back down to 400,000 the immediate day after they hit like 2.8 million or whatever this was. I don't know why I can't get that number to show right now. I had it up earlier where it said like 2.7 some million. I wonder how it compares to current or to concurrent players. Yeah, it's normally here. I can pull up. It won't be on the top of games. Can I pull up like Halo Infinite? This is a great game to use because the numbers are going to be much lower. It won't open. Oh, okay. Well, never mind. Generally, I was going to pull up that and Steam charts side to side and show. Generally, the interest, like if you look at player counts using a tracker that we can verify, like Steam charts, and using like Twitch tracker, which is also verifiable. They just pull the data right off the front end of the site. The numbers are different. Like the player count is normally higher than the viewer count, generally speaking. But like the chart, the graph will look about the same. Like no, it'll almost never vary between the two. Because if people are watching, or sorry, if more people are watching, more people are playing. Like there's just more interest from people in the game. If less people are watching, generally less people are playing too. It's very rare to see things not be like that. So I'm very curious, like if I look at Fortnite in January, which I probably will now, if I go and look at like how they're holding interest, I wonder what that's gonna be like. Because past this little flurry of like rapid fire, huge updates and crossovers, I don't know how they're gonna hold it. Like they're gonna set this crazy high bar, and then they're not gonna be able to do this again. Unless they spend like a year preparing again. Like they just did. Anyway, the teamwork between he and his disciple, Tsukio, I'm maybe saying that right, no, probably not, is the stuff of legend. There isn't a single Raven who looks forward to going up against both, no matter who they're partnered with. Hozumi retired, but returned to the arena to guide Tsukio. These are essentially new games. Yeah, from what I saw of the Lego thing, it is kind of just completely its own thing. The Lego thing looked really neat. I feel like Lego and Fortnite are one of those crossovers that it's just so natural. Like it was always going to work. There are so many things that you can do with those two in a crossover. I'm more skeptical about like, I'm much more skeptical about like Guitar Hero. I think Rocket League will work out pretty well. But like Guitar Hero, I'm sort of thinking, what are they doing with that? Fortnite Guitar Hero? Like, are they just making Guitar Hero and sticking it in the Fortnite EXE? Like, what else would you do? I don't know what that's gonna be. Golden Axe? Oh, I don't know how I haven't talked about that. And not even just Golden Axe, but you know, that yet today. If you did not watch the Game Awards, and even if you heard like the highlights of it, I'm sure a lot of them will have brushed over this, or maybe not even mentioned it. But randomly, I feel like it was near the end, like maybe during the last hour or so of the awards. They played this advertisement where, out of nowhere, Sega announced like 6 games in one trailer and were pretty much just like, hey, bitches, we're back. Sega's making games again. They even had the guy like doing the Sega, like the scream at the end. It was wild. They just randomly announced a Sega comeback. It was during the early segments, was it? I feel like it was near the end. It's kind of a blur. The award show is so long. I love watching the Game Awards, but every year I get to that point where we're like 3 hours into the show and I'm like, okay, give me the big, you know, world premiere, the one that you saved for the last. Give me the actual game of the year and let me go the fuck to sleep. I'm done. Like, by the time I'm 3 hours into watching it, I'm always just like, I'm out. Let me know when the world premiere is playing. Like, because when the world premiere plays, the Game of the Year award is getting given out right after that. Just let me know when they're doing that. That's at this point, I'm sick of it. The amazing teamwork between Tsukio and his mentor, I can't speak, is well known, and they remain undefeated in multi-AC combat. Tsukio joined the arena at Hozui's request to keep his skills honed and up to date. So far, the practice is paying off. They acquired the studio? I hadn't heard about that. So it's literally just they're making Guitar Hero and smacking it in there. Honestly, and this is gonna sound weird to some people, that might be the crossover that gets me to re-download Fortnite. Because I said recently on stream that because I built a new PC a couple months back, I don't even have the Epic Games launcher installed on my new PC. So like getting it isn't even, or sorry, reinstalling Fortnite for me isn't even just, oh yeah, open up the launcher, reinstall it, play it. It's like, no, I gotta like go into my password manager and grab my Epic password, because I randomize my passwords and just copy paste them in from the manager. Like all of my passwords are like 40 characters long and random characters, so that if you run a password cracker, it takes ages to get through it. And I also use a physical security key, so like once I grab that, I have to go and grab my security key and plug it into my computer to like verify that it's actually me. And then I get to open up the launcher and re-download Fortnite and then open it. Guitar Hero is based, but not even that can get me to install Fortnite. That might be the one that gets me to install Fortnite. If I can just play a new Guitar Hero, I'll take it. Is there footage out of what the Guitar Hero is gonna be? Do they have that? Oh, wait, Rock Band. This leaked like a month ago. Rock Band is a part of this too? Oh, it's called Festival. Fortnite Festival. How does it work? This is a leak. Where? Is there gameplay of it? I guess not. They didn't really show anything about it. Like, it seems like they showed like a little teaser, but it doesn't look like they showed like actual footage of it. So who knows? Because I would have pulled it up and assessed it. A rare breed, Colchas, attacks almost exclusively with blade weapons. Oh god, that's a Moonlight and a Parry Blade. Because of this, his victory rate isn't high, but his unit does boast one of the most impressive flight durations of any AC in the arena. He's a loner and he keeps to himself. He flies with blades. Great. Let's take him to an outdoors map, because that's smart. I need to be drinking more water. My voice really does hurt. That wasn't bad at all. Does S ranking count for 100%? Didn't get to 3 yet. Not in 3, I don't believe. I've never played. Only BR I got into was Apex. That's, for me, the only one I've ever really been able to get into was Apex. And I think that's just because Titanfall is good. There was gameplay. Hold on. Now I know what to search for it. Fortnite Festival. All that I'm seeing is like the full event came up where they revealed everything, like the Eminem event, and then like YouTubers doing reaction videos to it. And for some reason, the top result when I searched for it was Nick A30 playing the racing mode. I might just have to wait until it comes out. When did you say the Guitar Hero comes out? What day did you say? Hold on. Hold on, my chat broke. My chat is not refreshing. There's my chat. Bottom tier when it comes to anything over 2 minutes long. I flat out refuse to click on reaction videos. I hate them so much. Hold on. I need to get caught up. It was like a blade of grass versus a lawnmower. Coral skies more like coral dyes. Videos on AC are gems. Which one? Appreciate it. Does he know? Does he know? I wonder... there's probably a good amount of people that don't even know that we moved from AC to AC yet. Armored Core. His AC is a product of the school of thought that the best defense is a good offense. He likes to get in close and unleash a flurry of attacks on his opponents. Anyone familiar with his strategy usually hopes to not experience it a second time. My ass. Check this out. Abandoned Factory it is. Fortnite has clean gameplay on the YouTube channel, on the Fortnite YouTube channel. If I search Fortnite, it's just gonna, yep. getting a bunch of streamers making pog faces in their thumbnails at the Rocket League car. I already named Nick A30. I was gonna say I'm not gonna name names, but I already accidentally just was like, yep, there's Nick A30. I only really know Nick A30 because of just seeing clips of him. Dude, what an interesting figure in the space. Yeah, I have to filter it down. Fortnite thumbnails are crazy. Fortnite YouTuber thumbnails are wild. Is it just in the Big Bang thing? It's like they have a trailer for the racing event, like the one that played at the Game Awards last night. They uploaded that this morning to their YouTube. They've got the Fortnite trailer. Is it just in the full event? I'm assuming I have to play it muted, right? Because like Eminem concert, I would not be shocked at all if Eminem music is playing in the background of this. Hold on, I'll just pull it over and skim in general for people who haven't seen, who might be a little out of the loop. Like, this is the Lego crossover. It looks really interesting. Like, I feel like this was a match made in heaven, to be honest. Lego and Fortnite, this was such a no-brainer. Like, I never thought about it before, but like, look at it. It works. Lego and Fortnite. What a pairing. They've got like bosses and shit all around. I remember seeing that. Oh yeah, here we go. And then you get like the racing thing that came out today. The Rocket League racing. I don't know what the deal is meant to be with everyone like riding on top of the cars. Maybe I just don't get it. Now we need Lego sets. You know there's gonna be Lego sets, bro. They're gonna have to sell the toys. Hold on. This has gotta be, that's Eminem. Yep, it's Guitar Hero. There it is. Actually, now that I'm seeing it, this looks pretty, like, I don't know. Maybe I just have to see it played on, like, higher difficulty, right? Like, maybe it's one of those things. Because, like, Guitar Hero on, like, its easy mode looks boring as shit. But that almost looks like it's, like, undercooked to me. I don't know. What buttons are these? Like, what's the notation here? Where did the colored buttons go? The colored buttons are important. I'm disappointed in what I saw. It's like the old tap revolution, only 4. When effectively combined with his AC's other weapons, the large missiles mounted on the shoulders are capable of wreaking absolute havoc. He definitely has a flashy side, but his AC design is all about taking down the competition. Forgot, tap was the browser one, right? When I was 11, I went through a huge Eminem phase. I think everyone did. Eminem, for me personally, is still probably high up on my, like, rappers list, like, very high up. But I don't listen to anywhere near as much rap as I used to either. But I feel like it's hard to enjoy rap and not enjoy Eminem. Oh, it was the iPhone app. That's right. That was Tap Revolution. One song at least, but after that, nah. Oh my. Come on now. I feel like Eminem's best stuff is the stuff that most people tend to not hear. Like, I feel like his mainstream, like, songs that played on the radio are just eh. But, like, if you sit down and, like, listen through an album, I feel like that's when you appreciate Eminem for what it actually is. Oh god, I know that gun. Its accuracy is something to behold. The ACE he pilots is designed to maximize his use of right-hand weapons. The tactics he employs are exceedingly simple in their nature, but are devastating when executed with such fine precision and skill. Oh, it was MW2. Not Black Ops 1, it was MW2, the old one, you know, not to be confused with MW2, the one that came out last year. No, the first MW2 had, was it Till I Collapse in the trailer, right? I think it was Till I Collapse that they used in the trailer. What a time to be alive, back when COD and Eminem. But then, Black Ops 1 actually did have Eminem in it. It had an Eminem song in it. If you don't know Chole lore, if you don't know my history as a creator, I started out content creation as a Call of Duty Zombies creator, like exclusively. If there's one game series that I know way too much about, it's Call of Duty Zombies. But they featured an Eminem song as an Easter egg that you could just like play the song while playing the Pentagon Zombies map 5. So you could be running around in the Pentagon shooting zombies with your ray gun while Eminem is playing in the background. Everyone hears that I used to be a COD Zombies creator, and they're like, you were a COD creator? Why? And was it Won't Back Down? I thought it was Till I Collapse. What song was in 5? I actually don't remember. Oh, it was Won't Back Down that they put into the Zombies map as well. I grew up playing Lego games. I think a lot of people who played games as kids, or who are born, or who grew up in the 2000s, a lot of people like my age or younger, I feel like if you grew up playing games at all, you grew up playing Lego games. I did not know a single kid who had like a Wii, an Xbox, a PS2, nothing, who didn't have like Lego Star Wars or Lego Pirates of the Caribbean on it. Lego Indiana Jones. But yeah, a lot of people hear that I was a COD creator and they were like, bro, how were you a COD creator for years? And I'm like, you don't understand. I was not a COD creator in the sense of I run around a 3-lane map and shoot people with the same gun for hundreds of hours. I was a COD creator as in I blasted zombies with lasers while Eminem played in the background while I was playing as President John F. Kennedy on the Pentagon. That's the kind of COD creator that I was. The cool kind, if you know about it kind. What's BOPs? I've talked about it before whenever it comes up on stream, but to add additional context to that lore, the only reason that I'm not still a COD Zombies creator is because the community got super toxic in recent years. So after Vanguard came out, I played it for like a couple weeks. Or actually, no, like a month. Like a month after Vanguard came out, I split. So like end of 2021 was when I was like, no, this is too, it got so bad. like, you guys, there are a lot of fandoms out there that for some reason really dislike their favorite thing. Like the thing that they center their personality around, right? All their free time around, etc. None of them have ever been as bad, in my experience, as the COD Zombies community in like late 2021 and the entirety of 2022. It got so bad that I was just like, no, I don't need this. I'm so sick of this. I'm out. Okay, maybe currently the Star Wars fandom might be as bad. Yeah, that's probably true. The current Star Wars fandom is probably about the same, about on par. Or the MCU, like the Marvel fandom maybe as well. The MCU specifically, not Marvel as a whole. I feel like the comic guys are nowhere near as bad. Clearly haven't met the Ruby community. I've heard. There's a new Lego Star Wars that compiles all the movies and is open world. It sounds cool as far as those games go, but I don't... Huh? I don't feel like the concept and gameplay would hold up for me. I played it. I played it on stream when it came out. I 100%ed that game. It is actually a really fun thing to play, like, as an adult. Because, like, yeah, I grew up playing Lego Star Wars. Like, I played all of them. So, like, the new one came out and was a really big deal, and I played it, and it was a blast. Like, I would just chill on stream and, you know, complete everything in Lego Star Wars. But 100%ing it was a mistake. Like, playing past the point where you start to burn out on it was bad. Because it took me almost 100 hours to complete it fully. It was huge. It was huge. There were so many collectibles. I think there were like 2,000 collectibles you had to get. It was too much. Way too much. This is the one I've heard about. He's fought on so many battlefields and destroyed countless ravens. Stories of him cracking open opponents' ACs in mere seconds are used to frighten new pilots. No one knows his background, but most claim he is even better than Ace. I assume you watch the Game Awards. What did you think about what Chris Judge had to say about COD? I lost my mind. It was so funny. And then my jaw dropped like 15 minutes later when they played an MW3 ad. Like, Chris Judge went up there and said that, and Activision had paid for ad space on the show. I was in disbelief. No! He has the target blockers, doesn't he? Oh, no. Oh my god, he does. He has the... You're kidding. Oh my... No. Alright, I'm putting them on. I'm putting them on. Absolutely not. If I can't shoot him, he can't shoot me. I'm not doing that. Absolutely not. That's bullshit. That's bullshit. That's not difficult, FromSoft. It's bullshit. I'm not putting up with it. I won't tolerate it. I won't. Give me those. It's an extension, and it's... Is it the Crow? I think it's the Crow. Yeah. Ditch Moonlight for now. How light do I have to go? Just remove it, sure. Let me save. You know, I worked through all the other new arena pilots. The Chris Judge comment about the MW3 campaign killed me. I haven't even played the MW3 campaign. Like, not for a moment. I haven't touched it. Because thankfully zombies is actually fun. I'm still playing MW3. I would say once every other day, I'll play like a round of zombies when I've got time. Like I'm still playing MW3 fairly consistently because it's just the zombies is actually fun. Oops. Ooh. Yeah, keep trying it. He's not that bad. You just gotta be smarter than him. He's not that bad. All that hype. And he went down so easy. All that hype for how hard Exile was. You just have to be smarter. I was just like, I just equal the playing field with the targeting. Throw on the little orbits so I don't have to aim at him. All done. Just like that. I'll take it. I thought I was gonna be here for a while. Like, from all that I had heard about him. I learned too much in my time completing the game up to this point about how to abuse shit like that. That was actually a really easy fight to cheese. Like, sure, I had to keep dodging and I had to, like, aim a little bit. But considering, like, all the stupid shit that I did there, that wasn't that bad. I dodged until he ran out of ammo. It's fun to watch him be helpless because his AI rarely uses the blade. The sweat side of the Fortnite community is repugnant. It's what drove me away from the game and has kept me away from it. Cause even early on, like, and I say early on as in like season, was it 3? It was back when John Wick was like the end game skin on the battle pass, like the highest tier skin. It was whenever that was a thing. I don't know exactly what season it was. I think it was like season 3 of the game. I was never that big into it. I just played it with friends. But that was when things started to get so sweaty to the point where I was like, I don't even want to play with friends because I have so little fun on this game. And it's only progressively gotten worse because, like, you know, obviously people have been playing the game for like another 5 years and just learning the ins and outs and practicing for that long. It keeps me away. It drove me away like only a few months into the game, and it's still like one of the main reasons I don't want to go back and play it again. Happy Iron Mouse 1 content creator, her reaction is amazing. I have to go find the reaction because they had like the pre-recorded like acceptance thing, which I'm assuming they all had to do a pre-recorded acceptance thing for that category. If she did have like a reaction to it. Was she streaming the Game Awards? I'm assuming most people stream the Game Awards.
Cargo on board. Attempts were made to force it down, but we ended up having to shoot it out of the sky. Some of the helicopter's payload fell, undamaged, into the Avia Gulf. The recovery team sent to retrieve the capsules still hasn't located them. They did report sighting other units in the vicinity, though. These are most likely associates of the hijackers, trying to secure whatever they can. Please head to the Avia Gulf and keep the capsules from falling into the wrong hands.
The AC6 nomination thing, I talked about it before. Like, I would have liked to see it get nominated because it was one of my favorite games last year. I put a link. YouTube chat will just eat it up. Like, YouTube as a whole doesn't allow it. But if someone drops it in Discord or something, then I say drop it in Discord instead of just like, oh, I'll go find it later. Because I will not remember to go find it later. So if someone puts it in Discord, I'm gonna see it later and have to click on it. So I'll be like, oh yeah, I'm supposed to watch this. So if anyone just drops it in Discord, I'll be able to get to it later. This one feels like the most quintessential AC to me. I feel like now 6 kind of is like the one to play. Like I'm a big release order advocate, and I definitely would say if I know that someone, I know that if someone, what was I even saying? Just a second. Oh yeah. If someone has the patience to play the older games, I'm going to recommend them to play the older games. But with the way it is now, I feel like for most people who are like, I want to get into Armored Core, where do I start? The answer, the majority of the time, will genuinely be 6. Because it's made to be like the optimal entry point, and I feel like they pulled it off. It really is a great entry point for anyone who's like, I've never played these games. Should I start here? Oh, hold on. YouTube blocked it, but I can see it. Sometimes YouTube just completely blocks it, like flat out, but that one got like the moderator block. I'm not gonna put it through because the chat bot will time you out if I do. If the chat bot catches wind of this link, they will time it out. But, there. I have it. I think the best place to start would be 6, and if you want more, I'd recommend Gen 4. I feel like that's what most people are doing right now. And I feel like that's kind of the ideal approach for most people right now. I should probably do this one too. If I got rank E, I feel like I didn't even complete the mission. Am I wrong? Did I ever complete this successfully? I feel like I probably didn't. Like I said, if someone, like if I know that they could put up with like Gen 1, I'm gonna recommend them to start with AC1, right? But the majority of people are not gonna be patient enough to get through Gen 1. And really, like, if you can get through Gen 1, you can very easily get through Gen 2 and 3. Like, if you are able to learn old Gen on PS1 with, like, the 24 FPS limit and stuff like that, you will do just fine. You will have no issues. But most people aren't gonna be able to do that. And you could probably recommend to start with Gen 4, but then I feel like if you start with 4 and you kind of get the idea in your head that like that's Armored Core, you might play 6 and be like, why is it so slow? I feel like 6 for most people would be the ideal starting point. Like, you get some old elements that aren't there, but in terms of just, like, picking the game that's gonna get, like, a new player hooked, 6 will do it. I think 6 is overall the best they have to offer. Like, if I had to pick one AC game to be like, this is the best Armored Core game, I'm personally gonna pick 6. I do believe that it is overall the best Armored Core game. Like, in certain aspects, it drops the ball compared to older entries, but like, as a total product, it's gotta be 6. Like, I can't really say that I think there's another Armored Core game that, like, overall is better. Having your mind blown again and again. That's what I did. So I don't have to imagine it. And it was great. But it's just, like, most people will not be able to put up with PS1. Even I'm exceptionally patient with old games. I love old games. Like, 90s games, that's, like, my favorite era of gaming. I appreciate the jank for what it is. But if I wasn't doing the video, I probably would not have completed AC1. And if I didn't complete it, I would not have moved on to Project Phantasma. Like, I would not have put up with that final level if I didn't have to. I would not have. And I'm very patient, but I would have just been done. Ha ha! I need the 1,000 rounder back now that I'm not doing the arena. You stop that. What the hell? Shit. I keep, like, sliding off of them. Bitch. I got this. I got this. Yeah, where's my consort at? Why am I doing this? Why aren't you helping? I hired this guy. I paid for this.
Incoming transmission.
Oh, my orbits.
Kisaragi has an urgent request.
Dead? No, he's stuck.
Crest bombers
He shot one missile.
facilities. They want you to intercept them. It's up to you whether or not to accept.
90s is when game design stopped getting entirely annoying to me with the series I liked.
A transport is
Like,
standing
NES
by.
didn't do it for me, but SNES? Yeah, in the past, I've done, like, question of the day stuff where it's like, what's the best Nintendo console in terms of, like, what had the best game lineup? And a lot of the time, there will be a ton of people saying NES. And I'm like, man. Really? Like, I appreciate a lot of NES games,
Enemy
but...
AC detected. All units converge on the
What?
target. Roger.
The Jets are probably the best choice here. No. This guy knows what's up. I definitely need my 1,000 rounder back for missions, though.
Make sure
No doubt.
bombers makes it past you.
I was a Genesis kid. I'm sorry. But I feel like 90s is when, like, 90s game design could still be pretty annoying and convoluted and stuff like that, but it's when it started, like, that was the turning point. It was like the early 90s. Genesis was cool. Genesis was cool. I feel like the thing with the Genesis was, like, lack of games, right? Like, it had some bangers on it. But compared to, like, other things that were out at the time, like Super Nintendo, it just had nowhere near as many bangers on it. If that makes sense. It did have some good ones, just not as many good ones.
The second is taking a different route.
I gotta shoot the thing. Forgot that's what I was here for. Where's the second one? Oh, there it is. Playing this game with OP Intensify with all the upgrades really does make a difference. Gotta say.
Target destruction confirmed. Please return to base.
You can feel it. Easily my favorite mission of that game. I like the one where you get betrayed in 2. SNES had the JRPGs, Genesis had the platformers and action games. I don't know how I feel about that statement. Because you know what SNES had? Super Mario World, Metroid, Castlevania. What else? Hold on. Oh, that's my Iron Mouse tab. That caught me off guard. I clicked over to like the tab that I didn't think I was using and I was like, what the hell? Forgot I was leaving that open for later. I was gonna go use that tab. Whew. Oh my god. Killer Instinct, dude. The SNES had Killer Instinct. I forget that that was a Super Nintendo game. I kind of just forget about Killer Instinct. But that's a banger. That's a banger. Hold on. I'm looking at Super Nintendo games. Oh my god, Ghosts and Ghouls. Absolutely not. Let's watch it now. It's like 5 minutes. I'm saving it. I don't like reacting to stuff either. I try to avoid it. Because I don't like watching other people react to stuff. It had Star Fox! It had Ninja Turtles! It had Turtles in Time, dude! Oh. Oh. It had Contra. It had Street Fighter 2 Turbo. I said Castlevania. It had Donkey Kong Country. It had the platformers. It had the best platformers. I played Sonic. It's fine. But Donkey Kong Country and Super Mario World, you're out of your mind. Super Punch-Out. It had Kirby. Kirby Superstar. Kirby Superstar. Mega Man X. Is X supposed to be a good one? I don't know. I know Mega Man games are hard to keep track of. I've never touched them. Is Mega Man X a good one? It's on this list. A Link to the Past. A Link to the Past. Super Metroid. Yeah, okay, good. You should react to people reacting to people reacting, but no one thought of whole 3 layers up. I could just start a second channel. Just raise your pitch and volume each time you read a new entry. Could you hear my voice struggling? My voice hurts so bad. Is that an Ego Raptor quote specifically about Mega Man X? Did he specifically say that Mega Man X makes his dick rock hard? Is that what the quote is? Or is that just a generic quote that you are using to describe Mega Man X? It's hard to tell sometimes. After reading that list, there's no way. There's no way. It had the platformers and the action games, and it had the platforming action games. But I'm also really bad at platformers, so my platformer tastes might not be, you know, the best. But for me, like, Donkey Kong Country is probably my favorite 2D platformer ever. Super Mario World's probably right behind it. You said that Mega Man X makes his dick rock hard? Of course. Beautiful. Of Reactionception is when it's layered like 9 layers deep from media share streams. I like when people are doing like media share and people will share like from a previous media share stream a clip of them reacting to that video, or like a clip of them reacting to themselves even. So that it's just literally like the same person layered like 4 times. That shit is funny to me.
Have already sustained heavy damage. We've deployed units to protect those that remain
This is, I already listened to this one. I failed this one. You know what? Mastiff sucked ass. I want helicopters. Just because people said the jets were good, I want the helicopters instead. Kirby Superstar. Bitches. Genesis had the platformers. Kirby Superstar. What does Mario Paint? Save scum to hell. Yeah, you see the failure rate? It's purely from like some of the challenge missions and stuff, right? It's like doing the challenges on like Massive MT just skyrocketed my failure rate in like 1 hour of playtime. Stuff like that. Or where you have to like do the little bugs in the lab without releasing the gas. That one got me a good few failures. Playing strip poker? Wait. Rewind. Playing what? Struggling to not. Oh no, that's what it was. It was me quitting out. That is the one that skyrocketed the failure rate. That was it. It was the one where you have to not get hit by a single missile for the hidden part. That's where like the 50 failures came from. That's 100% correct. I was trying to remember just some of the harder challenges, but no, that is the one. That is the one. Oh god. So hold on, wait. VTuber strip poker is a thing that can happen? I need to ask my my friends about this. I need to consult them.
Incoming transmission.
I need to know what's behind this.
Kisaragi has an urgent request.
Wait a second, did I play this mission a second time by accident?
2 crest bombers are closing on.
Did I just play the same mission? Oh my god, I did.
They want you to intercept them. It's up to you whether or not to accept.
They're on the same map. God damn it.
If you're interested, a transport.
Oh, making assets transparent. Okay, I was like, how? I was very confused. Although, the wonders of having a couple creator friends who are VTubers. I do know about a certain side of the VTubing scene that exists where that might be something that can happen. Let's just say. I know about what y'all get up to in the VTuber scene, alright?
The transport.
I've heard things. I've seen things. I've seen things.
Request declined.
Okay, I know. You might not think I know, but I do. I know all too well. I know what goes down on that side of the VTubing scene. Never understood it. I was in disbelief. I could not believe. Like, I seriously, I wish that someone had recorded my reaction when they were showing this to me. Because I was astounded. I couldn't even process what I was being shown.
Some of the they did report, please.
We were just decorating our Christmas tree, but my bitch children decided to both climb into the tree and almost knock it over. Isn't that kind of just what they do? You weren't prepared for this?
Enemy units detected
If there's one thing that I know about cats, it's that they're bitches. But yeah, I've seen...
One of the capsules.
Oh, shit, don't take that. I've seen a side of the VTuber space where that could be a possibility. Where strip poker could happen. Not on Twitch, but apparently some of them are also just on sites other than Twitch. You know, it's really a wild scene to look like into as someone who doesn't like keep up with it. I just randomly get shown stuff and I'm like, oh my god, like what? How did this happen? Also, I don't keep up with it. That's still true, but from having VTuber friends, I get a good bit of VTuber Twitter in my Twitter feed. So like, yeah, I am having MIP mapping issues. It's only in some parts of the game. Like only some geometry has it. It's weird. I don't know what's causing it. Sorry. What was I saying? What was I talking about? Oh, I get VTuber Twitter in my feed. It's a war zone. Dude, it has to be the most toxic content creator community that I have ever witnessed. Like, unironically, those bitches all hate each other. No one likes each other on VTuber Twitter. I swear. No one likes each other. They're all trying to ruin each other's careers constantly. And I mean, there's certainly some not good people on there, for sure. Some of it's deserved, but some of it's just crazy. Some of it's just batshit. Oh my god, this one is like on the, no! No! Stop that. No, but they're doing it to each other. I don't think you understand. They cannibalize themselves. Because if people who aren't on VTuber Twitter don't care. It's all them going at each other.
They have one of the capsules.
It's VTuber on VTuber warfare out there, man. And it's intense. It's intense.
The enemy acquired a capsule. Mission failed.
There's great interactions between lots of VTubers. Yeah, I'm the side that I see isn't really like the big corporate side. It's like the independent side. They go in knives out against each other. They really are. Like, they really are. Hold on. If I just go to like the For You tab of Twitter, how long does it take for me to find VTuber drama in my feed? I'm scrolling. It might actually, today might be a bad day for it because the Game Awards just happened. My entire Twitter feed is the Game Awards still. Yeah, today is not a good day for this experiment. I can only see Game Awards. Never mind. What you're looking at is Advanced Warfare. It's anime girl and anime boy warfare. It's wild out there, man. It is so wild out there. Like the other day, what came up in my feed, what came up in my feed the other day from VTuber Twitter that I remember distinctly, it was a thread of various VTubers who publicly support the practice of doxing other VTubers. And it was like a warning thread, like, hey, just so you're aware, you might want to like block these people, sort of thing. Like it was well intended, but just like seeing that side of the community, it's crazy. It's crazy. Because it was a long thread. And like full of like context screenshots and all that. And oh boy. a fairly popular agency VTuber got their contract terminated for about every bad thing you can do. Oh.
They have one of the capsules.
See, this shit is annoying. They just go to the opposite one compared to where I'm at. No wonder I failed this mission without hover legs on. It feels like a necessity here. What got announced? Dude, there were so many announcements at the Game Awards last night. I could not keep, like, I couldn't sit here and really do justice to most of them. Highlights for me were like, Kojima announced a new game, not Death Stranding 2. It was, what's it? It's called OD. And it's a game that he is directing in collaboration. He's co-directing the game alongside Jordan Peele. You know, the guy who did like Get Out, Us, and Nope, like those recent movies. It's him and Jordan Peele working on like a horror game together that they're co-directing. And they revealed that last night, and it looked so bizarre.
They have one of the capsules.
It looks interesting. Not bizarre in a bad way. Because like for horror, bizarre is kind of a good thing. But it was really strange. Udo Kier is acting in it as well. And Udo Kier, more people need to hire Udo Kier for horror stuff. The dude is insane. I love Udo Kier so much. Whenever he's in something horror related, he nails it. He was in the trailer.
They're withdrawing.
And
Looks like they've given up.
even just his performance in the trailer was like, ooh, goosebumps.
The recovery team will be here shortly. Please return to base.
We didn't get any news about Persona 6 or Hades 2. They did a new trailer for the Persona 3 remake, though. Controlled substances misused during stream, meeting with fans IRL off stream where they pay her thousands of dollars, and a relationship with a manager in the company. I actually saw that. I wasn't with you until the end. I remember seeing the thing about the company terminating a talent who had a relationship with their manager. I didn't hear the other stuff, but I heard that part. This message is to notify you of a new product release. We'd like to share what we can with those who have proven their loyalty. The new product is an AC back part, model number CWX LIC10. Back part. Back part. Hold on. CWX LI something 10, I believe. LI what? Oh, CWX LIC10. It was the very last thing. Big blue beam of death. That sounds like something I should own. I was probably gonna skip right over that, but then you said that. Back part. Where is it? Sweet. Anything Mega Man related? I don't think so. Maybe? It's basically just the drugs with high likelihood of misuse and addiction. The meeting up with fans IRL thing sounds pretty crazy for a VTuber, right? Because surely, like, I mean, who knows? Every company probably works differently. But I would assume that, like, they would want to keep the talent's, like, actual identity not public. Maybe a wild assumption, but that's what I would think. The extreme end of drugs? Oh. Oh. And I mean, things like relationship with the manager certainly don't help, right? Like if they're already, like if they're kind of looking at other things and going like, maybe we don't want to keep this person, that will just be like the cherry on top. Like that'll definitely put it over the edge. Maybe that's why the contract got terminated. The yogurt would not be a controlled substance. I missed the yogurt with 0.5% alcohol. My allergy to drugs don't do much for me. How many more missions have I not played? In this region, it's just one, but considering that there were like 3 here, well, at least there were 3 that I hadn't completed here, and I'm assuming I have to complete them, not just play them.
Capsules came under fire and went down nearby. The crew survived, but they're pinned down on a marine platform. It's only a matter of time before they're overrun.
Oh my god,
Protect
how
the
do
crew
you...
until backup arrives.
How do we keep having these situations? My drugs for allergies? Oh, my allergy drugs don't do much for me.
Entering area
Very different
operations.
context.
The helicopter crew
Very
is trapped
different.
on the
Oh my
platform.
god, I'm gonna need hovers. I just took them off.
Backup will be here shortly. Protect the crew until then.
Engaging combat mode.
Wait, maybe I won't need them. Oh, this thing has 10 shots.
Raven, you made it. When the helicopter was hit, its cargo was scattered about. Please recover as much of the cargo as you
Sorry for whistling. In my experience, like, sure, I've changed my mic settings a lot since I last tested it, but whistling into a microphone almost never sounds good. Oh, and one's dead.
We're taking
Why are
fire.
you flying out there? Where are you going? Come back. Come back. Come back to the crab. I can protect you, but only if you're hanging around these areas. I can't do much for you way out there. There are targets in the water. It's okay, we can ignore them, I think. They shouldn't be much of a problem as long as everyone stays on the platform. Stalled me on my grind in Dragon's Crown. Whenever VTuber industry stuff comes up, I'm always just so fascinated by it because it behaves so entirely differently from like the normal content creation industry. It's like looking into a Bizarro universe where like the general principles apply, but everything is so different. Like it's generally the same, but the fine details throughout are just not the same whatsoever. We're fine. It's like Alice going down the rabbit hole. Yeah, normally, well, a lot of people know False. She's one of the VTuber friends, right? She's around pretty often. And I was helping her out with like some emulator stuff to get games working and ready to like stream because she really doesn't know how to use emulators very well. So like I get in a call with her,
System switch to normal mode.
I get in a call with her to help her do that, and then something came up along the way about like VTuber stuff. And then that call when she cut it off, because if I get into a call and something interesting comes up like that, ADHD go burr, and I can't, like, there's no filter on it. I just go and go and go, and it doesn't stop. So she finally cuts me off and is like, you need to sleep. It's late for you. And I'm like, yeah, sure. Whatever. And then, like, she ends the call, or I think I ended the call, whatever, doesn't matter. But Discord does the little thing where it's like, so-and-so started a call for, and, that lasted for 7 hours. She just took me down the VTuber rabbit hole, just going through like recent events and stuff for it for 7 hours. I don't need parts. We're just wrapping up. I got all the hidden parts. So we're just cleaning out the missions now. Because you have to have completed every mission once, right? So now it's just any missions that either don't have a rank or have like an E rank, like I failed it, I gotta go and clear.
Our software engineers
and then extra arena, and then we're done.
On a computer program designed to provide us with direct access to the controller. However, Crest found out about the project and attacked the facility housing equipment required to run the program.
Okay.
Fortunately, the attack was foiled and the program secure, but our facility was damaged beyond repair. We need access to an alternate location. Crest operates a similar facility, and we intend, with your help, to capture it for our purposes. Head to the site and disable all radar equipment in the surrounding area.
That seems easy.
Once the radar dishes are taken out, our main attack force can enter the facility undetected. Good luck.
Thank you. It must not be in this one, because I used the big list. Bilbo, come with me. We're going. I don't know any Lord of the Rings memes. I was gonna try to run with it. I got nothing. Yeah, the hidden part must not be in the PS2 version, because I know that Portable adds a lot of stuff like that, like smaller stuff.
We have a security breach. All units engage.
Is this what you call a security breach? An AC lands on your front doorstep, and that's just a security breach? What the hell is that little thing? Wait. Oops. I can control these games. Oh, there we go. That's got the firepower. Hello?
Take out that AC. It's wreaking havoc.
Yup. Like kamikaze bots. Pretty close to 100. Yeah, so we have to clear all the missions. And then I have to do the extra arena. And then we move to Silent Line. I'm doing the mission wrap up. And then there's like the gank arena, which I think has like 15 or so fights. But they're probably going to be pretty tough. At least the ones near the end probably will be. If nothing else. But then beyond that, I'll be done. Hello, satellites. Satellites that are not destroyed. You are one. Cool. Where? There's one. Is there another satellite that I didn't get? Unfortunately, they just kind of tip over once I shoot them. So it's hard to tell from a distance with all this fog Oh, wait, are there some in the ravine? Oh, there are. That's why. Ow! Holy hell! Would they be marked on the map? Come on now. I'm taking a beating. Can we calm down?
Destruction of all targets confirmed. Return to base.
Thank you.
Mission objective achieved.
You have to start the charge sequence on the ground, but after that you can shoot them off in the air. So you can keep hop boosting if you're using quads at least. I don't know what I'm gonna use for Last Raven actually. A D is complete. I'll take it. That's all I need. I'll check my total percentage here in a second because I actually don't know what it's at. After I save. Second half, but you went too slow. It's complete. Don't worry about it. 86%. We're making good pace. There's just a lot of missions in this game. Like, way more than I thought.
Teams attacked and destroyed a Union transport helicopter during a scouting mission in Sector 615. While searching the wreckage, they discovered a data capsule containing intriguing information relating to Union activities. The scout team only recovered the one capsule, but claim there are still others scattered about. Head to the area and find the rest before Union does.
That sounds easy
You know,
enough.
Sector 615 is overgrown with thick vegetation and visibility there is poor, even under the best conditions. Keep a
I don't think you'll
sharp
get
lookout,
100 if you
Raven.
don't do all the mission extensions. Time will tell. Is Apple Boy? He's not. I was like, is he my highest end? No, Huntress would be. Most expensive consort means the best consort. Always. No exceptions. It's just true. If it's more expensive, well, the devs at least think that it's the best one. What do we got?
Main system. Engaging
The
combat
intro
mode.
almost made me not trust what was about to happen.
Forces detected in the vicinity.
Most missions don't get an intro like that.
All units, keep the AC away from those capsules. Roger.
They're doing a great job so far. With AC fights in the extended mission parts? Do AC fights count towards 100? Oh. They would for the arena, right? Ow. Okay. I can see where I'm going again. Come on.
All data capsules retrieved.
You're welcome.
The transport should arrive shortly, but in this weather.
Great.
We're having trouble finding your AC. Stand by until we locate your position.
I'm glad I work with professionals. They can't find me in the rain. go. Oh, I'm boosting into it. I don't think the arena fights contribute to percent, just the parts you get. I think the extra arena probably does, right? I think that maybe the arena fights don't contribute to percent, actually. Now that I'm thinking about it, you might be right. We will see.
Rain is letting up. We're moving in.
Oh, so now you know where I am, right as the rain is letting up?
Thanks for waiting.
Is
Let's
money
get you
only,
out
I
of here.
think? Well, I have to... If there are fights there,
Achieved. System switch.
I have to do them, right?
Heading back to base.
Surely. Surely. I can't just not do that. Makes your mech look person size. Things are just big in the Armored Core universe. Like, have you ever considered those parking garages? I mean, really, have you? Have you really looked at the size of the parking garages in these games?
Plans are underway to enter Crest's central data storage facility and hack into the computers there. Unfortunately, the facility boasts a formidable security system. The mission's success depends entirely on whether or not this system can be disabled. Make your way to the heart of the facility and shut it down. Once accomplished, the hackers and their escorts will take care of the rest.
Okay.
Be careful moving about. One false step and it could be your last. Good luck.
Thank you. You can choose Royal Miss as your partner. He's also one of the opponents on the list, so you can see him fight himself.
Engaging combat
Thank you, FromSoft.
Raven, we've dispersed a gas to reveal any infrared sensors. That's about as much as we can do. Good luck.
Very, very
The lasers are tripwires. for the security
slowly.
system. Avoid.
Oh, are you kidding me? Don't mind me. Just casually clipping the camera into the ceiling. Oh, is it per room? Oh. Holy. Okay. Uh-oh. Time to go. Time to go. I'm out. Holy, that hurts. Wow, that hurts. That hurts a lot, actually. I should really try to not do that. How do you want me to fit through that? How small do you think my crab legs are? Oh, lucky. That was not skill, that was luck. Did I make it? Did I clear it? I don't know. I'm moving. Don't mind me. Just a 10 or so meter tall mech maneuvering through an infrared security system that is seemingly only made for 10 meter tall mechs, because even then it's still not competent enough to scan me as I go through consistently.
Security system disabled. We'll take it from here.
Mission objective achieved. System switch to normal mode.
Speaking of person-sized things in the Armored Core universe. S rank? How? How is that S rank? I'll take it, but what? Oh. We have some bad news. The information we hoped to obtain from Crest computers describing how to gain access to the layered hub was not acquired. I've gotten this email. This playthrough. Our forces entered the facility once your role in the mission was complete. Unfortunately, the units promised to us by Mirage never showed up. We won't give up though. Our efforts to uncover the truth will continue. We'll be in touch. Hold on. I swear. Why not? I have. Yeah. There it is. That's funny. It triggers the email either way, so you get 2 of them if you're 100%ing. It's little weird things like that in these old games that just consistently catch me off guard. Okay, so these are all done then. Next region, we've only got one here.
Raven, we want you to break into Rehito Laboratory and steal the access program
Rehito.
Mirage is developing there. Their reckless attempts to manipulate the controller will not be tolerated. Extensive security measures are in place throughout the lab, so advance with care.
Okay. Is this gonna have more tripwires?
Main system. Engaging combat mode.
The program is on one of the lab's computers. Be careful in your search.
Why did my ECM just get jammed? What was that? Will it happen again? We'll see. Hello? Where? Oh, there it is. I thought it was a time-based thing. It seems like it always comes back after I kill a little jetpack guy. Is it the jetpack guy? Oh yeah, FCS. It is the jetpack guy. I see. I get it now. Where is he? Aha! You bastard. Leonid? Hopefully I'm reading that right. Thank you for the sub. Appreciate it. I see you! Was never a football fan, or baseball fan. If I'm at the perfect distance, I can get them with the FCS lock. Oh.
Access program downloaded. Get out of there.
Oh no. Ah, they have more! They have more little fellas. Why? Here we go. Oh. Coming through. Watch out. Machine gun. FromSoft has 2 legendary directors now? Who? Miyazaki, and who would the other one be? Who actually directed 6? I still don't even know the answer to that question. I know that Miyazaki and Naoki Takahashi both were like kind of supervisory directors early on. Oh, that's right. It was Yamamura. I did see that at one point. I just forgot it. Oh, come on. Please. Shit. Possibly the best baseball player ever. His contract is projected to be 500 mil.
System switch to normal mode.
Jesus. Could you imagine getting signed for $500 million? At that point, you just pray for like a leg injury and to never have to work again. Like you just take your 500 million. You know, of course, you accidentally fall or like, you know, someone trips you maybe, wink wonk, from one of the other teams. Something like that. And then, you know, you sit around with your 500 million. You live good life. Your kids live good life. Ooh, what? E? This is the final mission. How did I complete the mission and get an E?
Analysis of the data.
Well, I know that I don't have to redo that one, because I obviously completed that one. Did I not complete this one? I feel like the only time you get E, in my experience, is from failing the mission.
The testing involved what we're...
I guess you can get an E and have completed it. I kind of thought that it was just like, yeah, like, you failed, but like the mission went away, you moved on.
We're nearly there. I'll
Apparently
go over the
not.
mission one more time.
The Jays' current highest contract is 120
Your
mil.
objective is to eliminate
And the
all
rumor is that
forces
the Jays are
occupying
getting
the
him
city.
500 million is insane.
The targets are battle MTs.
You have to do it really badly. I don't know what you're talking about.
And you'll be registered as a Raven.
Oh, this is the opening mission? What the hell? How did I E-rank this?
This is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Don't blow it.
I guess like just default gear and weapons and stuff, like I must have just
Move out.
E-ranked it purely because you're so slow to move around and kill things on this mission.
System engaging combat mode.
I'll do my best. Red line on your radar indicates the operations perimeter. Cross it. You've abandoned the mission.
No, I didn't.
Transport plane detected. They're sending in backup.
You almost always E-rank Raven tests on the
Part of
first time.
scheduled Test.
Is it just because of the gear and the amount of enemies and stuff? You can only remap after this mission? Oh, what? I heard the portable controls are really bad.
Last one. All enemy units destroyed. You did well.
Thank you.
You both performed well. Welcome to the ranks of an elite few. Ravens.
Looking up and down with triangle and circle.
System switch to normal mode.
The amount of buttons the PSP gives. Yeah, that makes sense. I had heard it was mostly just because of like the actual like onboard controls for the PSP. Shows up again later and doesn't actually try to kill you. On the PSP one, he shows up later on this game, like on the PS2 version, and fights with you. I don't know if I did that mission on this run though. I did it when I was playing for the review.
We just discovered that someone infiltrated a mole into one of our research labs. We allowed him to move about freely, hoping that he might reveal his true purpose, but he picked up the tail and made off in one of our MTs.
Oh, I think I played this one for the
A
review.
security force was sent out after him, but the MT's mobility, in addition to outside interference, have frustrated their efforts.
I feel like I remember this.
If he makes it to the neighboring sector, pursuit will be all but impossible. Stop him before he escapes.
This doesn't sound so bad. It was miserable. Yeah, I know that some people were like, the portable versions are like the definitive versions. I got some comments saying that at least. Whoa, MIP mapping problems. I don't know what's causing them. Oh God. Don't look.
Main system. Engaging.
Yeah, I definitely played this for the review.
I've got a raven on my tail. Help!
I vividly remember this. Machine gun go burr!
It worked. They took the bait.
Oh.
That last one was a decoy. The real
Hey!
target is up ahead.
Up ahead where? I don't know how long my generator can do this for. Thank God for OPI. This mission was really bad on older versions of PCSX2. Yeah, I know that MIP mapping is super hard to emulate on hardware. And I know that you can get accurate MIP mapping by using PCSX2 in software mode. But software mode has so many downsides. So many downsides. One of the big ones being you can't raise the render resolution in software mode. This message is to notify you of a new product release. We like to share what we can with those who have proven their loyalty. The new product is an AC like part, model number CLF D2 ROG. New like part, CLF D2. On older versions, it's just a black box. I weirdly have been having a lot of like visual bugs on the new PC with this that I never had when I did the review series on my old PC. Oh, sorry, I need to go to the shop. Oh, they're hovers. Are they hovers? CLF. They're these. I think they have a higher max weight. Hold on. Hold on. They do. Oh, ho, 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 ho. We are in the money. You know what? Hovering capability, why not? Sure. I have better crab legs. You know what? I'm glad that I was checking what I got. Too many games to remember the naming formulas. I don't even try. I'm just like, oh, numbers, letters. I'll just go look at it. Because yeah, bouncing between the games, I can never keep it straight. Okay, I think that was the only one left here. Oh no. There's one more.
A bomb has been planted on one of our transport vehicles traveling the A24 superhighway.
I might have done this for the review.
The bomb is designed to explode if the transport decelerates.
Yeah, I did do this one.
Use it on the fly.
I definitely did this one.
We're clearing the highway and redirecting the transport to a remote area, but a contingent of enemy units has taken up positions along the route. Please ensure that the transport reaches our bomb disposal team without incident. They'll take care of matters.
Rips off the movie Speed. I mean,
Be aware that if the transport
works.
comes into contact with anything, the bomb may explode.
it definitely works. I forgot about that movie though.
Raven, get moving. Clear a path for the transport.
Oh, sorry. I got distracted by email. That was a...
Raven, clear a path for me.
Got it. I don't even feel slower. Maybe just walking I'm a little slower, but like I don't notice it. AC mobile mission. I saw that there were some mobile Armored Core games that are like essentially lost to time. It almost hit the debris, you took it out last second. I thought it hit it. I didn't even realize that I took it out there. I thought that was just like the little tutorial thing. Did I have any issues emulating AC4? Yeah, but nothing like major. I think most people have issues with it. It's not a very stable game on emulator, but this having a beef PC definitely helped with a lot of it. Like, I never had frame rate dips below 60 or anything like that. I just had like little visual bugs here and there, which unless they're really bad visual bugs, I can always just edit around for the reviews. They were pre-smartphone, like on flip phones. Oh God. Now I just wait. Have so many games played on DuckStation PCSX2. Well, don't worry. If you use Xenia, you don't have to relearn a UI because they don't have a GUI. Thank you, FromSoft. Thank you. I appreciate that. I don't know what I thought would happen. I don't know what I thought was going to go down there. I was like, oh, let me just ride along on the guy. Let me just ride the bomb bus.
A bomb has been. The bomb is. We're clearing the. Please ensure.
Xenia doesn't have a version for Linux? Really? I didn't even know that. Like, Canary doesn't even have it?
Main system. Engaging combat mode.
Any contact with anything but the road will fail the mission. Great. I just wanted to go right along up to the end, but I guess not. There's a version for Canary? Oh. You should be using Canary if you're ever using Xenia whatsoever. For the record. Like how you should always be using like the nightly build of PCSX2 sort of thing. You should always be using Canary. How they're gonna follow up on 6? I have no clue. Make it really different or just keep building on the design? They'll definitely keep building on the design premise, right? It was a very successful design for them. Like, with something like a Gen 5, where you get like a bit of a mixed response from Armored Core 5, and then you go into Verdict Day, where they changed so much. Like, For Answer is a good example of them, like, having a solid start, and they just built on it. Whereas Gen 5, they kind of, like, changed a lot. Or just added things that, like, completely overhauled how things effectively work. I would definitely think it's going to be more of a Gen 4 situation where, like, they might really build out to the point where it feels like a totally different thing. But it is still just, like, pretty much an upgraded version of the original. That is, again, if they even do an expansion for 6. I stand by, there's a solid chance that they just don't. And even, like, outside of standalone expansion, they might just do DLC. They had to build a special version of Xenia for it. Is it spaghetti code, or is it just, like, rendering techniques? Because, Gen 5 Armored Core has the same thing. There's a specific Xenia build made just for Gen 5. Being forced into single player? AC5 is, like, about on par with most Armored Core games difficulty-wise. Verdict Day is one of the hardest Armored Core games. I've never heard people really talk about it, but, like, very noticeably when I played it, it was one of the hardest games in the series. Very, very hard. But 5 specifically, I would say, is, like, on par with others. Verdict Day was hard. Verdict Day was, like, really hard. I do not look forward to 100%ing Verdict Day. I do not. Good game, but holy shit, it's hard. It's gonna be a disaster.
Our sensors are registering unusual swells in the sewage system's water levels. As far as can be determined, it's not the result of rival corporate activity. We can only assume, then, that a system malfunction is to blame. Nothing like this has ever happened before.
It hasn't.
In any case, we've lost contact with the research team sent to investigate. We need to know what is happening as soon as possible. Find out what's going on and report back.
What?
You have permission to eliminate any who attempt to interfere.
Did I click on the wrong mission? What is he saying about the research team? I saved the research team on this map.
Scan detected multiple heat sources. Be careful.
Main system. Engaging combat mode.
What the hell is that? What the hell are these? Why are there spiders? Man. What is this? Wait, I talked about with Gen 5, pricing wise especially, a copy of Armored Core 5 will run you like $200 nowadays, like a physical copy. It's ridiculous. Thank God I know someone who had a copy on hand. Because, Jesus Christ. The review series would have ended with For Answer if I didn't. That opened this gate? Yeah, definitely this one. There are spiders down here. I'm glad they're all overpriced in a way. Learning how to emulate is a wonderful thing. Whoa, whoa, whoa. Because then it's like, oh, I can just play like all these old games and like effectively just do my own.
Returning to base.
Wow. Okay. That's something. That is definitely something. Giant spider boss. Very cool. Let's do that again. Let's give that another go.
Our sense we can only in any case.
How did your sensors not pick up on the giant spider laser robots? There's clearly like a nest of them in here. How did the problem get to this point?
System in reboot combat mode.
I'm a little confused how we let it get this bad before calling me in. There's no way you didn't notice a problem. How do the giant spider robots reproduce, do you think? How do they do that? Surely they just have to like be this way to begin with. Right? Like, these can't be naturally reproducing, although there were egg sacs in there. These are not spider bots. They are spiders. No way they're spiders. No way. They shoot lasers. And if I've learned anything from previous Armored Core games about seemingly organic beings that shoot lasers, it's that a corporation made them every time.
Defenses damaged.
You need a biosensor. You always need a biosensor. In like Armored Core 1, you need a biosensor. Oh, my back. They're always made by the... Hold on. These things are just here. There's no lore for the spiders. There's got to be lore for the spiders. Hold on. Spider. There's seemingly no lore for the spider. Never mind. I'm not seeing spider lore.
Our scan
Who do I think is the best written character in 6? I think Iguazu. I'm pretty different from him, but I feel like I can understand where he's coming from. I think Iguazu is up there. Like, he's at least second. I would say Rusty. I think Rusty has, like, the most interesting story for them to use there. But they really don't touch it directly. Like, they kind of just tiptoe around it. Like, they hint at it, you get what's going on. But if they had been a little more just, like, up front with it, the way that they are with, like, Iguazu's writing, I think Rusty would be the most well-written. The shonen anime protagonist, yep. And we love him for it. Jesus Christ. How do I avoid this thing? Oh. Oh my god, he's still going. Wait, what? How did you start up again so soon? Man, I'm gonna run out of energy. I can't. Wait. Is it dead? It's dead.
I don't believe it. What's been happening here?
Spider bots.
Objective achieved. System switch to normal mode.
I always had to call him Rusty Shackleford. He also reminds me of soloing Pixie for always calling you buddy. Who? What? Hold on. Rusty Shackleford? Where does this come from? Shackleford. Oh my god! Oh! Oh, the King of the Hill guy. Oh, King of the Hill is like the show from my childhood that feels like a fever dream. Because stuff like this will come up. Like, I will see a King of the Hill reference. I will not understand it. I will search what the reference is. It'll pull up, like, the King of the Hill wiki or, you know, just the Know Your Meme or whatever. And then I'll be like, oh my god. Because I watched King of the Hill when I was a kid. I just don't remember it. Like, I was so young that I genuinely don't remember it. I completely forgot about this. I completely forgot about this. I'm just reading the wiki. I didn't like it when I was young. Loved it as a redundancy. Yeah, I realized that you just accidentally... I do that when I type sometimes, or I'll say it twice. Did I save? Loved it as an adult. I liked it when I was young. I didn't love it, but like I watched it because it would come on when Cartoon Network would flip to Adult Swim. King of the Hill was like the first thing on, and that flip happened at like 8 p.m. So it would just like it would be on like every night. It would flip on as like the first show when they went to Adult Swim. And like 8 p.m. is not that late. Even when you're a kid watching cartoons, like 8 p.m. isn't that late. Maybe it was different for other kids. I don't know. When I was like 10, I was up past 8. Not much longer than 8. I was up until like 9, but I was up past 8 at 10 years old. Anyway, my voice hurts. And I only got 5 minutes left, so there's a good chance that whatever I start, I won't be able to finish, assuming I fail. Like, if I did it first try, then I could do it in 5 minutes. But that's always a coin toss. How many missions do I have left? We've got 1, 2, 3, 3. Yeah, this is the first area that I started with. We have 3 left. That's not bad. Okay, wait. So if we have 3 missions left, I have 92% remaining. Oh boy, where is that? Are we sure extra arena doesn't count? It might. We'll see next time, I guess. I'll just have to figure it out when I get there. Anyway, I'm gonna end 4 minutes early because my voice needs it. And I know that I'm gonna die doing whatever I do next anyway, so. Hope you guys enjoyed. If you did enjoy and you haven't done so already, feel free to go ahead and leave a sub. Come back another time. We're doing this. We're doing the Ace Combat games on the highest difficulty. We're doing DMC S ranks. Those We are one mission away from having every S rank in Devil May Cry 2. I'm so ready to be done with it. We are so close to the end of the torture streams, and the Devil May Cry streams won't just be me raging at the game for 4 hours. It'll be so great. It'll be heavenly. There's my voice breaking. Feel free to come back for any of that. Lucia disc? Nope, don't know what you're talking about. Anyway, feel free to come back for any of that. We're doing GTA. The Grand Theft Auto streams have been insane so far. That game is like a match made in heaven for a streaming game, because the wildest shit happen. Like it just goes from like, oh, I'm playing a peaceful game of golf to like just the most batshit insane. Anyway, I'm yapping. Feel free to come back for any of that. By the way, for members and patrons, I'm working on getting the review just packaged up and ready. I exported it this morning. It had to process on YouTube. It was not done processing when I started stream, but after stream, at some point tonight, I'll just go and like, you know, throw the thumbnail in, throw all the stuff in, get it out early for you guys. For contributors and above, wink wonk. Also, if you enjoyed, feel free to go ahead and leave a like. Helps out with algorithm and stuff, so I'd appreciate it. Trying to think. Yeah, check out Patreon and channel memberships if you want early access to videos, behind the scenes updates, etc. It's all there. It also just, you know, helps support the channel a lot, so I'd appreciate it. Other than that, once again, I hope you guys enjoyed. I'll see you always back here next time. I hope y'all have the rest of your day. Thank you for coming to the stream, and goodbye.